Alright, what's up guys? We are back with another episode of Masochist. Shout out to Cimo and Hossman for inventing the series, but first, would you like to make your Master Duel experience a whole lot better?
Are you ready to take your Yugioh Master Duel play experience to a new level? The Untapped GG Companion is here for you. Use the deck tracker to know exactly what cards you have in your deck, and to go over any cards you aren't familiar with yet by hovering over them. It instantly updates when you draw a card, and automatically hides if you check your extra deck or graveyard. This is the perfect tool to help you master a new deck. The Untapped GG Companion also lets you import decks directly into the game in seconds. Copy any YDK or YDKE deck string, create a new deck in game, click the Start Auto Import button, and let us take the wheel. Once the duel is over, check your win rate on your personal stats page. Brag among your friends and share your decks so they can import them into the game too. Start your path to master today by downloading the Untapped GG Companion at ygom.untapped.gg.
Alright guys, so we're back. I have so many gems to blow right here. I have all of these gems, and I have more in the gift box, and I have more in unclaimed missions. I have so many gems, and I don't even play the festivals. I have so many damn gems to like spend today. I hope we get a bunch of packs. Also, yeah, a lot of people are asking like, how do you get so many gems? I just good management, I guess. I should probably make a video on it or something, but we got to cut a card because we're putting in tin goldfish. So obviously this works very well with our deck. Arborea is one that I've been thinking about getting rid of, but if I get rid of her, I have to get rid of a lot of stuff, and I don't want to get rid of a lot of stuff. I'm actually thinking about Crowley too. I might get rid of Crowley temporarily and then get him back later. I'll probably take him out and I'll save the deck there because technically he's a spellcaster, but we have a lot of spellcasters, so I think we should be good. And I'm happy with how the deck looks right now. So we're just gonna play this. We are in Platinum 5, I believe, or 4. Okay, we just lost a coin flip. Our hand's not looking too bad at all. We have a ton of stuff. I wish we went first because it's a actually really good hand. Our opponent is playing something. It could be Chaos, Branded, Blue Eyes. This could be so many different decks right now. He's playing Dark Magician. That's fine. Like I said, I wish I went first because this is really... Dimensional Fissure is good, but so is There Can Only Be One. This would have been like a sick hand right now. Especially if we put Dark Magician into... If we put Dark Magician into the graveyard... Well, if we put Dimensional Fissure on the field and Dark Magician... You know, he didn't have access to it, that would have been crazy. But yeah, this hand is... Now here's what sucks, right? I don't know why, right? This guy's playing Dark... This would have been... Like I said, Dimensional Fissure would have been crazy. This guy is playing Dark Magician. I have no clue why Branded Regain is here. Like, there's no explanation why this card is here right now. It doesn't serve a purpose in this deck. I don't know why this is here. But he just happened to use it, and it perfectly counters our Dimensional Fissure. So if we banish a Dark Magician and it hits the graveyard instead of hitting the... if it gets banished instead of hitting the graveyard, we don't even get anything out of that because he's going to be able to shuffle and draw every single turn. It's like such a idiotic situation. Like, why in the world does he play Branded Regain? There's no... I have no idea why he's playing this. But whatever. It's things happen. Let's see what we draw off the top. Ray's pretty decent. I'm going to save Ray probably because Ray's not really helping in this situation. Yeah, Ray's not helping at all. Now, I can go into... I don't have any spellcasters, but I can go into Time Thief and at least get over a Dark Magician. And at least get Dark Magician out of circulation, so that could be good. We also have There Can Only Be One, so I think I'm going to Goblinberg. I already know what he's got. So he's got... what's it called in the background here? Eternal Soul. You could have Veiler. Not good for us, but... Maxi. It's probably even worse than... Now, I just realized I could have played around that, too. I could have played around that. If I activated the Dimensional Fissure, I could have played around that. But I didn't want to expect that. Yeah, I literally could have played around that. So now I can't even do anything. And our opponent's going to go Super Plus because I didn't activate Dimensional Fissure. So I'm going to activate Dimensional Fissure now. Yeah, I had no reason for doing this. That was just so dumb. I just realized, too... Even if I detached Exceed Material, right? If I detached Exceed Material, they don't go to the graveyard anyway because only monsters are sent to the graveyard or banished. So I guess would they get banished under if they are detached as material? I guess we'll find out. I know for Macrocosmos they are, but I guess we'll find out. That sucks. That's just idiotic and my fault completely. So I'm going to have my opponent draw for free for no reason because I'm a moron. Regardless, though, we have there can only be one anyway, so we still have plays. I'm going to go... What does our opponent have in graveyard? He has a Dark Magician in graveyard anyway. We could actually go... Honestly, we can go Suship, pop the Eternal Soul, and then blast his entire field. So that actually wouldn't even be bad, because we pop this, and then... I don't see our opponent having anything else. Because I was about to go into... But Time Thief is kind of good, but I'm not going into Time Thief. I'm going to... Yeah, like I said, I'm going to blast this field. I don't... Again, I could have played around this. I played into that Maxi like an idiot. I literally had the out to the Maxi and I didn't use it. But it's whatever. We have to move on with our lives. We're going to attack. And this is going to do some damage. Now we can activate. And we can pop the Eternal Soul. And now it's gonna blast his entire field. They're going to get banished. So now we set... No, we don't want to activate that. Main phase 2. Now we activate... Set there can only be one, and set the Forbidden Chalice. And that's not too bad. So, I didn't want him drawing those cards, but we let him draw some extra cards for no reason. He's got Magician's Rod in graveyard, and he's got Dark Magician. Magician's Souls is officially turned off. He can't use it anymore. Maxi is turned off. He can't use it anymore. Droll's turned off. He can't use that anymore. So, there's a lot of cards here that we've actually been able to... turn off, even though we didn't misplay a little bit. He's going to fusion summon. I don't have a way to stop this yet. Yeah, I have no way to stop that, unfortunately. Let's see what card. Is it 5 spellcasters? No, he doesn't have 5 spellcasters. So he's going to banish those two. I just realized this got banished, and he didn't even use Branded Regain to draw a card. There's summon the Dark Magicians. And I have no way to really play around this. Yeah, nothing I can do there. He's going to shuffle, back draw. And then he's going to draw another card. His advantage is crazy. Like I said, I just screwed up, man. I really did. He's going to set another card. And now we're going to lose the ship here. There's nothing I can do there. And he probably wouldn't have drawn that stuff had I played the Dimensional Fissure when I should have. Alright, end phase is nothing I can really activate here. That would help. Tiamaton. Wow. I don't want to summon it in this column. But I think I might have to. I guess we just go into another column. That's our best bet. We go into another column, right? Yep, we go into another column. Let's activate another column. So we can pop this column or this column. Obviously, I'd rather pop this column, but by popping this column, unfortunately, it'll trigger the Dimensional Fissure, and then I have to deal with even more stuff. So I think I can deal with this idiot by itself, but I can't deal with all of this extra stuff, so I'll pop this stuff. Yeah, I'll pop this dude, or this column here. See if there's anything back there. It's just a fusion spell. And then we need to get to 28. How do we get to 28 damage? Alright, so honestly, I'm looking at what we have here. I actually think the intelligent thing to do is to go actually into Time Thief again. Because I cut all of the level 4s that are like 2500 attack. If I had one of those, I would have went into that. But this isn't... I can pop both. I can pop... Where I can just go into Time Thief, and then I have the Forbidden Chalice. And I can... If I don't get a trap off the top of his deck, then I can at least match their attacks. Or I can just go straight up into the Diamond Direwolf and just pop his monster. But that's like... I don't even see that as being very useful. Because, yeah, popping his monster... I don't see that as being too useful. Because, yeah, we could pop his monster, but... Then we lose our Diamond Direwolf anyway. But then I guess we don't give up the other cards. And then he's going to be able to draw again. But we save the Forbidden Chalice. So we are going to summon this, that's for sure. Let's summon this out. And then I don't even know what this is. I haven't even taken that into account. We're going to special summon something. Like I said, the best case scenario is that we get a trap off the top of his deck. Yeah, we either get a trap off the top of his deck, or we just go straight into Direwolf and just pop this, but then he gets the draw. So I think actually Time Thief, let's risk it a little bit. Hopefully we get a spell or a trap card off the top of his deck. And if we get a spell or a trap card off the top of his deck, we could possibly... Yeah, we could possibly do something here. That might be pretty good. And then we could just dodge around for a couple of turns if we really need to. So I think that's probably the best case scenario for us. Because at least he gives us a little more versatility. Like I said, I can just pop his card, but it really doesn't actually do much. I just realized he's got this on the field, which if we banish the Time Thief, he could shuffle it back into our deck, which is like... That sucks. Now we just go to end phase. Yeah, that really sucks, actually. This guy, like, randomly countered us with this Branded Regain that is just for no reason here. I have no idea why. Like, did he really play Branded Regain for this one copy of Magical Eyes Fusion? Like, it's such a great card against this. It counters Time Thief Redoer, and it counters the Dimensional Fissure. Spell card's not bad. We get the draw. We get the draw. But it's a card I don't even want to detach. It's a card I definitely don't want to detach. Alright, he's going to reveal, which is fine. And then I'm going to put the chaining on. So if he adds Rod, I'm going to activate There Can Only Be One on resolution. He's going to add Dark Magician Girl. That is really random. I'm actually fine with that. I don't care if he added Dark Magician Girl. That's fine. I don't even know what that really does for anybody. I guess it allows a fusion spell. Actually, that would be even better. If he activates the fusion spell and There Can Only Be One, that would be like ideal right now. I'm trying to give my There Can Only Be One a little bit of value. Okay, let's see. Is he activating the effect? That's the question. Because he just activated the effect of the spell. He didn't activate the effect to summon. Alright, he's going to draw. That's fine. This card's really, really like extra annoying right now. End of main phase is fine. Alright, so here's the annoying part. Like I said, this card, if a light or dark monster is banished, we can target one of those placed on the bottom of the deck, draw a card. And that's including our cards. So, Time Thief will not return if we activate that effect, but I guess we get it back into our extra deck, but that won't help. So I'm going to activate Time Thief to detach this, and man, this is a tough one, because if I detach, I'm not going to be able to, like I said, he's going to put it back in our deck, which sucks for us. That sucks for us. And then I can't out this card, so I think I need to out this card, so I'm going to go ahead and draw. That's a pretty good out. It's pretty good. Okay, that's pretty good. And now we just allow our opponent's monsters to crash. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay. Things are looking up. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. Battle step and damage step. Well, let's activate this. Crash both of our monsters. Beef up our monster to 28. So our monsters crash. We lose Time Thief, unfortunately. And now... Oh, you can do that even when it's destroyed from the... And it's banished? I thought it was only goes to graveyard. Well, that sucks. It's fine, though, because on resolution, I'm going to activate There Can Only Be One on resolution, so it doesn't matter. There we go. Now we activate There Can Only Be One so we don't lose. And we'll see what he picks to get rid of, because whatever he gets rid of gets banished. And then we'll summon Bestial Magnuma shortly after. Perfect. Perfect. You can't make this stuff up perfect. He's going to activate this to draw a card, which is fine. If we banish enough Dark Magicians, we will create a useful situation for ourselves. That's fine. So he's going to put back, draw a card. So now we summon out Bestial Magnamut. And we're going to banish, obviously, his monster. Why would we banish our own? Plus, he already drew, so he's not getting it back. Awesome. Summon up Bestial Magnemite, activate the effect, and now we're going to be able to end phase. We're going to search probably the Inkari Fire, something like that, but we have There Can Only Be One, so we can't summon it anyway, but it doesn't really matter. Random as hell that this card really did like counter us all game. It threw me off at the beginning because I felt like I didn't need to activate it at the beginning of the game there. And here's the other issue. The other issue is the Dark Magician Girl. If I get rid of Dark Magician Girl, he can summon out the regular Dark Magician. Actually, he can't. I mean, maybe it's in his hand now, but Eternal Soul can get it into circulation. We're going to go ahead and activate the Bestial Magnemite. Add back Tiamaton. I didn't... Okay, that's really good. Now, the problem is... Oof, is this a... I think I have a little play here. So if I destroy this, then I can summon Tiamaton next turn. So I think I'm going to do that, actually. This lets you destroy a card and summon it from the graveyard. And yeah, I think I need to do that, because then I can... then I can summon Tiamaton. But that's not even any better than... No, that's good. It's not even better. No. I was going to say, then that gives me access to Tiamaton, but that doesn't really help. I think my normal plays are good enough. I'm going to leave Tiamaton because there's a lot of columns that have effects that work anyway. So I'm just going to go to battle phase. I'm going to destroy the Dark Magician Girl, banish it. And he's going to be able to draw a card again, which is unfortunate, but it's the reality. Main phase 2, I don't think I need to activate any of these cards. We just pass on this. This is a tight battle, man. And we're like pretty similar. He's up in card advantage by a lot, but we have floodgates, so they neutralize card advantage. I mean, he could draw just Harpy's Feather Duster. This card's pretty good, too. It lets him search pretty much anything, including Dark Magician if he needs it. But like I said, right now we have a pretty good situation where we have Iron Dragon. So at any point, if he just summons something in this column and just destroys, like, the Bestial Magnemite, it's actually, like, really, really good for us. He's going to send that to the graveyard. Doesn't that trigger? What a moron. I've never said what a moron. Alright, maybe he wanted to do that. That's just hilarious. I don't even know it. That was like 5 million IQ. Did he want to draw that badly? That was hilarious. Of all the cards to send, he sent that. We don't have Macrocosmos, so he is able to send cards. I guess he could send this Field Spell. It's doing nothing anyway. He could even send... this is doing a lot for him. But he could send the Field Spell and the face down card and then draw 2 cards. Not too bad. We left a 0 attack spellcaster on the field and he can't go into anything else. That's just bizarre. Okay, he's going to send the card that's been giving him like infinite value, which is the Branded Regain. I'm like so glad he did that, because now when his Dark Magicians and stuff get banished, they legitimately get banished. They're not sticking around. Alright, he's going to go to end phase, so he's taking 2,500 damage at least. I'm not going to activate that. Like I said, there's no point. If I had another monster, I would definitely activate that, but I just don't need to right now. Arborea does nothing at the moment for us, but I mean, it's another monster. If we had a level 9, maybe we can go into it. I think I just summon it and do damage. Like, I just go in. I think I summon it and go for some damage. I mean, I don't... What can I even summon? Probably Link 2s and stuff. Yeah, there's no point for that. Yeah, we just go to battle phase. We do some damage. I think we attack with Arborea first. That card gets banished. And then if he has Eternal Soul or something to block the attack, he doesn't. That's fine. So now we go to main phase 2. Is there a point to Messenger? Evenly matched. Okay. Oof. Gotta choose between the floodgates. Arborea is gone for sure. Bestial Magnemite's gone for sure. Now these two, I don't know what to get rid of, because this is really slowing him down, if we're being honest. There can only be one. Is kind of slowing him down, but he only has one monster ever on the field anyway, so I think I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to leave this on the field. I'm going to activate Messenger of Peace right here. I'm going to pass here. I'm going to pass, yeah. I think that's the best plays I've got. That sucks for us. Who would have seen that coming? Evenly matched, mad random. I could have popped it with Tiamaton earlier, but I guess I picked the wrong area. Tiamaton is really good against Dark Magician, though. So is the Dimensional Fissure. Dimensional Fissure is pretty good against Dark Magician, too. And he's already got 2 Eternal Souls in Graveyard, but I think he can add back Eternal Soul from Graveyard using Soul Servant. I think it puts it back on the top of his deck, even from Graveyard. Yeah, it's from anywhere, so essentially it doesn't matter. It's going to add Timaeus, which is quite a good card. Timaeus can allow him to fuse. Branded Regain, he's got another one. Maybe that's why he sent the other one to the graveyard. That's such a random card to play in Dark Magician. I have no idea why he plays that card. It just doesn't work in the deck at all, but it like perfectly counters our deck. Like, why? I'm not sure why he's got it. It's just such a... It's such a confusing card to play against, because it's like, dude, why do you have it? It's like, why in the world does he have Branded Regain? Perfect. Perfect. Okay, if I draw another monster that is 1850 or more, I could probably win this duel. Okay, let's see. What do I draw? I'm not going to use that now. If I draw monsters 1850 or more, I win the duel. That was memory loss. It's not 1850 or more. Okay. I don't even know if that's... Yeah, I don't even know if it's worth it right now. Let me turn the chaining off. I don't even know if it's worth activating this, 'cause I'm only doing 2,000 damage, and I'm getting rid of my floodgate, which I probably don't think is a good idea, so I'm going to do this. Yes. Like I said, if I had drawn a monster that was 1850 or more, I would have ended this. If I had drawn, for example, like one of the... If I drew like a familiar possessed, or a... Can't do this, but like another familiar possessed, or... And not this, but like... One of our bigger monsters. We have a lot of familiar possessed. If we drew any amount of these familiar possessed monsters, we would have wrapped this one up. Adamancipator Analyzer. No, not that. Penguin Squire actually would not have done it because you have to set. But if we drew any of the familiar possessed monsters, we actually would have won this duel, which is kind of crazy. Unfortunately, we did not. He's going to activate the effect of this. I actually am going to memory loss because... That'll protect me from battle, and it'll kind of waste this effect from doing anything. So that's good with me. I'll just waste that. I'll protect myself from this effect. I'll put it to defense. Then he won't be able to search. And next turn, I can now summon Tiamaton and get some value out of it. Because I can summon it here and attack this monster. He's going to link one. This is going to get banished into Artemis, which does nothing. The whole point of Artemis is to put Rod into the graveyard. Making an Artemis was completely meaningless. I mean, I guess, yes, he gets branded regain, but like usually the whole point is the other thing. Alright, that's fine. Isn't it crazy this guy like randomly by chance countered us? Like, what are the chances? Oh, I guess he can attack now because of Messenger of Peace. Like, he just completely by chance countered us by playing branded regain. Like, why in the world is branded regain in this deck? Why is that in there? Alright, we're going to go... He's going to go end phase. Like I said, I'm saving Tiamaton for later. That's just mad random. I think we just keep paying this. Like I said, I'm saving Tiamaton because at some point he's going to have like an Eternal Soul or something, and I need to save it because I can't get rid of this Dimensional Fissure column. He keeps playing into this column. Alright, he's going to activate this again to search something. He's going to search Magician's Rod. This time I can't really stop it. I cannot stop it, but hopefully if he goes into a Link monster, I can stop it. And he's going to go into this. He's going to search out a Spawn Trap card. I imagine it's going to be like... I imagine it's going to be Soul Servant or a Circle. Circle's an annoying card to play against. That is not fine, actually. I don't want to deal with Circle, and I get to get rid of his Magician's Rod, so I'm going to activate the Tiamaton now. Because, see, now it's worth it because I get to pop 2 cards. So I'm going to activate it. He's going to be able to resolve his 3. And I'm going to be able to pop this column. Because this is the card. Circle is actually insane in this form, in like our format, the Masochist format. Because it's a banish every turn. And now it's a banish every turn with regained. And I happen to have... I happen to have a lot of lights and darks, and now he's going to draw again. This card has been just bananas for him. Like, it's a draw every single turn because we happen to have Dimensional Fissure. Alright, he's going to set 1 card. And he's going to go to end phase. Nefariousness, I'm not going to activate yet, no. Alright, he's going to... Dinomischus is not a good card to draw right now because it doesn't do anything on its own. I'm actually going to stop paying this. Actually, do I stop paying it? Yeah, I'm not going to pay it, so I'm going to let that get destroyed. I'm just going to go straight to battle phase. I'm going to attack over this for some damage. There's no point to set this because I literally... Actually, I can use it on the draw phase of next turn, so I might as well set it because it's better in the graveyard. I mean, it's better here than nowhere, and also if I put it in the graveyard, it can do stuff, so that's good. If we had drawn a familiar possessed that like a few turns ago. He's definitely winning the advantage game with this branded regain. That card's like so good. Alright, he's going to set another monster. And he's going to flip this. That's unsurprising that it's this card. Send 2 Spawn Trap cards, draw 2 cards. He has so much advantage, but like, dude's like... I don't know what he's drawing. I don't know what... Send Triple Tactics, that's useless because we don't have any monster effects ever. He's going to draw some cards. What did he send? Oh, yeah, from hand. I forgot you could send from hand. He's got 16 cards left in his deck. I don't know what he's digging for at this point. If he does link summon a big monster, we can Grand Horn of Heaven. Because it lets him draw a card. But this dude's been drawing cards and hasn't drawn what he wanted so far. So Grand Horn of Heaven might not be the worst idea. So if he like links into some... Okay, that's great. No, we still don't want to do Nefariousness effect isn't bad. It just doesn't like come up as much as we would like it to. Ron Ryu's a... Yeah, that's fine. I'm like, oh no, Ron Ryu's a dragon, but we don't have what's it called on the field anyway. So we can summon Ron Ryu or we can save it. I think we just summon it. Start getting in for some more damage here. Let's see. Can we use our extra deck to win in any way here? I don't believe so. If we had the Sky Striker right now, we would have won because we could have attacked and then tagged out. No, I don't think there's anything that we can really use here, so we just go to battle. So we do maximum damage. And then we go for the Ron Ryu attack. Hopefully this is something weak. It's an Ash Blossom. We didn't see that coming. Main phase 2. Like I said, I don't think there's any... Diamond Direwolf's not going to help really anything here. Yeah, nothing really is helpful. So I think we just go to end phase. Save what we've got on board. Grand Horn of Heaven, like I said, can really actually win this for us. Potentially. Magician's Rod is quite a card. It's going to give him Magical Circle, which is quite good. What he needs is Eternal Soul. That's what he actually needs. So I don't know why he searched this. Because Eternal Soul would probably win him this. He rearranged the order. Eternal Soul is actually the card that he probably needs. If he can make a link too, we can Grand Horn of Heaven. That would be perfect. He's going to be able to special summon this. I don't think this is an inherent summon. This is an effect, right? Yeah, that's an effect summon. He's going to fusion summon, which is, again, not an inherent summon, so Grand Horn of Heaven can't do anything about this. Yeah, I probably should have just kept the Ron Ryu in hand anyway, because this ended up being an Ash Blossom with way too much defense. So those will get banished, and he's going to summon Dragon Knight, which would have been crazy if I had the Paleozoic Dinomischus live right now. It's like no inherent summons after another. Alright, he's going to banish Ray, summon a Druisworm. And I think that's game, unfortunately. What are the chances? Yeah, this card might be on its way out. It's just non-inherent summon, non-inherent summon, non-inherent summon. I guess I'm waiting for him to mess up, but of course he's not going to mess up. This guy just perfectly, by chance, played against us because he, like, perfectly around us because he had Branded Fusion. I think he drew like 10 cards, at least 10 cards off of Branded Regained. At least. She's like bananas, dude. Why is he playing this card? Like, what logic is playing Branded Regained in a Dark Magician deck? Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. What is he going to make? Access Code Talker? What in the world is this Access Code Talker? Well, yes, I'm going to definitely negate this, but like... Oh boy, that's just 2,300 attack. You don't even have any links in graveyard. I mean, I still have to negate this. Because he just squandered 4 materials to make this. So I have to negate it. But my boy, what is that Access Code Talker? That was the dumbest Access Code Talker of all time. This might be the game. This might actually be game. Wow. What is this now? Didn't he use this effect there? Maybe that was last turn. What is this game? Dark Magician. Does that mean he has Eternal Soul face down? That's the question. Alright. No, we don't want to activate this. No, we don't want to activate this. Leave me alone. Alright. Broken Line isn't bad. And it's actually even better that we can place it here, but I'm not going to. I think I'm going to go for game here. I'm going to activate Paleozoic Dinomischus. I'm going to target this. I'm going to discard this. And hopefully, as long as that card in the back row is not Eternal Soul, as long as this isn't Eternal Soul, this should be the game. But if it's Eternal Soul, then he blocks our attack. Let's go to battle phase and see if we can attack for game. Yes! Wow, that was a dramatic duel. It only got dramatic because I screwed up in the beginning and I gave him some extra cards off of Maxi. But, nevertheless, after the screw up, I don't think we misplayed after that. But that was like a very interesting game. We countered us. I mean, we countered him, and he countered us. Technically, we countered us, too. All right, so 2 legacy tickets. Well-earned win. Look at all these wins we've got. Jeez, look at all these wins. Let's see our opponent's deck. All right, so this is what they're playing. They got 3 super polys. Those shits never came up. He's got 2 branded regain. I guess he's playing the branded package. You can make the... Okay, that makes sense, but like... It's got 2 Lubellions. It's got 3 of the limited to 1 dudes, including the one we have. And then extreme... Why does he have 2 branded regains? Such an odd card to play 2 of. Like, why 2 of that one? And then he's got... This is crazy. Summoner of Illusions. This is like the goofiest build ever. Yeah, I just don't know what I'm... Like, he happened to counter us perfectly with this card. Why even has it? And then the access code was the goofy... That access code only had 2,300 attack, so it didn't even matter. All right, let's open a master pack. Let's see what we get out of this. It's a UR, well-deserved. I mean, come on. Well-deserved, especially with that win. A lot happened that game. Oh, it better not be a fake UR. Marincess, not going to happen. Not right now. Blackwing, doesn't really work. This is a Phantom Knight card. I don't think, unless it summons a level 4, I don't think it's going to be usable. Yeah, it summons a level 2 monster when our opponent declares an attack. Not terrible, but not amazing either. Wow, you know what that means, guys? We got another royal rare, so we get a pack. If this opens a secret pack, we get a secret, whatever secret pack this is affiliated with. And if it does not open a secret pack, then we just get another master pack, which is a crazy awesome. It's the what do we call it? The royal rule. We get to use that. So this adds a Manadium monster or a Visa Starfrost from your deck. Light monsters you control gain 100 attack for each tuner you control. Face-up tuner is destroyed by battle card target one of those smashers special summon it. So, this is actually all good. And we actually have Visa Starfrost. The UR, we actually have it. So, we can officially search Visa Starfrost. And then, if it gets destroyed, we can summon it back for free. So, that is all pretty good. And light monsters gain attack. This is 100% going into our Chaos deck. This is actually really good. It searches Visa Starfrost. It does a lot, actually, and this is pretty good if we ever build a ritual deck. Salamangreat Burning Shell. What does this do? This isn't that good. I don't know why that exists. Magical Meltdown. That would be nice if we ever pull the full engine. And then Go Ghost. It works specifically with Go Golem, which I don't know if we have or not, but that's cool. So we get either a pack or we'll see in a second here. So it did not open any, so we get to open another master pack because we are playing with that royal rule. So if we do pull a royal rare, we get to open another master pack or whatever corresponding pack that it would have opened. So that'll make things a little more fun. Prediction Princess, I don't think this really works for us, and we already have it anyway. Another Cosmo, awesome. So now we have another, this Cosmo deck's coming together. What if we end up playing Cosmos? Isn't that crazy? This isn't one of the better Cosmos, but I mean, we have at least 4 of the main deck Cosmos, and we have at least 4 ships. We got to go check. Rika, that's a decent card. Magical Broker's our second copy. This is actually a really good card. I wish this was level 4. I wish this was level 4 because it's actually really good in our deck, but it just doesn't work with our levels. Fright for Repair. This is special summon this card. If our opponent controls an Exceed, becomes a level 8. I mean, what are the chances that they will be? This is a DDD card. I don't think it really helps us. And Fortune Lady Past. I don't believe this helps us in any way. So the only cards that really help are Magical Broker and Cosmo Delta Shuttle, but it's another opportunity to open a master pack, so I'll always take it. Alright, let's open up the master or legacy tickets here. Let's see what we get out of these. We've got Rottweiler, not going to work. Ronin Tonan's a great card, but I don't know how good that's going to be for us. This card banned in Master Duel? I don't know. I guess we pulled it, so I guess it's not banned. It's a really good pull, but we don't have swap. We need, obviously, Swap Frog and Dupe Frog and that whole squad to make that playable. If this card destroy a battle, sent to the graveyard, target one elemental hero and polymerization, add it back. I don't have polymerization. If I had polymerization, I'd be doing crazier stuff, so I don't think I have that right now. For this, we've got pretty good card. One normal monster, accept a token. This is actually going in our normal monster deck. Basically, if this battles I remember if it battles a monster at points, it just destroys it automatically, which is pretty good. It's a free link climb, and then we've got a Sphinx, which Yeah, it's not going to work. Not really that great. So, yeah, the World Chalice Imduct was actually a really good pull. All right, so we've got a bunch of decks to update. So first we're updating the Imduct, which I can't put any more monsters into this deck, so I got to get rid of something. I guess I'll get rid of the Supreme King because I haven't ever summoned it. So I'll save this, so that should be good enough. And then let's go update another deck, our Chaos deck, Benjamin's deck. We're going to update this deck. We can put the Cosmo ship in there because now we have even more Cosmo ships. And then I'll also put this card in there because I actually think this would work quite well in this deck. It searches Visa Starfrost, which is cool, and we got the royal rare of this card. Looks awesome, so we can search Visa Starfrost because he should probably go in this deck too. If he destroys a tuner too, he has an additional effect if he destroys a tuner, because then we get to special summon one back. Yeah, if he destroys a tuner, we get to special summon one back. But that's if he... This card, basically, if any tuner whatsoever is destroyed, then by battle or card effect, we can target them and special summon it. So that's pretty good, because it basically gives recursion to all tuners. It's really not a bad card, and that triggers off the effect of Visa Starfrost, because he himself is a tuner. So if he's destroyed, he gets that effect. And then his effect is to destroy a card and special summon itself. So if we destroy a card, special summon it. It doesn't matter which card we destroy. As long as it's a tuner, it basically comes back. So that's pretty decent, actually. And then, of course, he is himself a tuner. So if we destroy this, we get it back. If we destroy this, we get it back. No matter what we destroy, we're getting it back. So we'll save this deck right here. And then let's see, do we have to update anything else? I think that's it for all of the decks that we have to update. Pretty, I'd say solid pulls. Maybe nothing right away, but overall, fairly solid pulls. Okay, we just lost a coin flip again. Our hand is quite similar to last time with Goblinberg and Dimensional Fissure. Crusade Arboreal we drew later in the duel. Grand Horn of Heaven we drew later in the duel. But there's a lot of two repeat cards out of the starting hand. It just depends on what our opponent's playing. Dimensional Fissure is a very going first card, so I don't know how good it'll be, but our opponent is playing the exact same thing, and if we had Dimensional Fissure, it would have been beautiful. But unfortunately, we went second once again, so we're going to have to play around that. So we're going to summon out Dark Magician, and we'll see. He's going to fuse now. Like I said, Dimensional Fissure would have been crazy. This time I am going to activate Dimensional Fissure first, but this time hopefully our opponent doesn't have the other cards. See, the Dimensional Fissure would have been bananas right now. It would have been absolutely insane. Dark Magician wouldn't have never come out here. Everything that got sent to the graveyard would have been banished. Like, so many things would have been very different right now. That is not a bad card. So we're going to actually... Okay, I have plays lined up in my head right now. I think we're going to activate Analyzer first. Actually, do we... No, first we activate... No. We have to save the Dimensional Fissure this time around. So if this is Maxi, this is Maxi. The reason we have to save it is because I'm planning to go into the Harpy, because if we activate a Spell Trap card, we can target a monster and return it to the extra deck. So to the extra deck, but it's going to go to the hand. So that's why I'm not going to activate this. So before you guys say, oh, why did you do it? That's why I'm not playing around Maxi. And it's a Dark Magician deck, and hopefully they're not playing Maxi. If they have it, they have it. Like, what am I going to do? They have it, they have it. I have to play into it, but hopefully they don't have it. Alright, so we're going to summon out the Analyzer, and we're going to activate the Analyzer because we have to bait stuff. Maxi, again, man, what are the chances? Bro, what kind of corny shit is this, bro? Why does he have that again? Bro, it's like I'm living in like a repeat here. Alright, so we still have the out, but then he floats into these stupid Dark Magicians. Okay, I'm going to do some somewhat foolishness right now, so I'm going to Goblinberg. And I think I'm not going to activate the effect of Goblinberg, because I can also do the Empowered Goddess, but then that might actually, this Goddess thing might actually come up later. So I think I'm going to normal summon this, activate effect. Actually, no, not activate the effect. I'm not going to activate it. And now I'm going to go into this. What are the chances this freaking guy has another Maxi? It's like we're playing the same thing again and again and again. So hopefully he doesn't have Eternal Soul there. But Eternal Soul doesn't do anything right now anyway, so who cares? Because all it does is summon him a Dark Magician. So now we activate Dimensional Fissure. And now since the spell card is activated, we can activate this. Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. Special summon a Dark Magician. It literally doesn't matter. Okay, so now we activate this. And it's going to bounce this card back to the hand. Or to the extra deck. And since this activates in the following chain, it'll miss its effect to draw him a card. And we're not going to special summon anymore. So now if he summons Dark Magician, it's fine. And when I get it off the board, it's going to get banished. Okay, that's fine. Now we just go to battle phase. Okay, so what are the chances that he's got this thing in his hand? What are the chances that he's got that? That will make him gain 2,000, but it'll cut it in half. I'm just going to activate Dragoodies. Anyway, what are the chances that he's got it? I don't know, but we're going to activate Dragoodies just in case. So I'm going to go to battle phase. I'm going to attack. I'm going to no to Dragoodies. Okay, that's fine. So now that gets banished, which is good. It doesn't have Dark Magic. And now we go to main phase 2. We're going to set this here just in case we draw Tiamaton. We'll summon it there. And now we end. That's it. Should be good enough. Should be good enough. If he happens to summon somehow a monster that's more attack than Harpy Lady, or Cyber/Harpy, then we're good. Cyber/Harpy is actually really good in this situation because it has more effect. I mean, it has more attack. No, I'm not going to activate. I almost activated that. It only bounces monsters. Cyber/Harpy has more attack than Dark Magician by 100, which is phenomenal for us. We can't bounce Dark Magician because it's unaffected anyway, so there's no point to activate it. But he summoned that for no reason because, let's be honest. Yeah, let's be honest. At the end of this game, wow, back-to-back wins against Dark Magician. It's like our rival. We play it back-to-back. Yeah, two-time champion against Dark Magician. This time it was a lot better because we played it a little more intelligently than last time. Okay, so we've got 2 legacy tickets again. It's like I'm living. I don't even know what that movie is. But I feel like I'm living the same day over and over and over. Like we played the exact same deck. We lost the coin flip. We drew the same cards. They summoned the same cards. It was like I'm stuck in like a loop right now. All right, so here was what they were playing. Very different from the last one. They're playing Magic Haribo and like this card, which I'm still dying to pull, and like a bunch of other stuff. We're still on a huge win streak. Look at this win streak. This is like insane. Look at this win streak. Loss and then win with a Masochist deck in Platinum. Crazy. All right, let's open this Master Pack. I don't see anything glowing. I don't even, like I said, the best card we could possibly pull is probably a rare. Magician's Robe isn't going to help us, and we already have it. I don't believe this helps. Battling Boxer Counter Trap, not going to help us. Malfi Rabbit, not going to help us. Lemon Magician Girl, we already have, and we don't need it. Another card we already have. We have this, we have this, we have this, and we have this. Insane. And then Toon Cyber Dragon, which, again, we need a bunch of other tunes, but, yeah, this card, while you control Toon World, your opponent controls no Toon monsters. Card can attack directly. So, this card is actually just a free summon, like a straight up free summon. It's a Cyber Dragon. It's not one that leaves the field if Toon World's destroyed. Not that we have Toon World, but it's essentially just a free summon that can't attack the turn it's summoned. But then afterwards, yeah, it still can't attack directly because you need Toon World on the field. But essentially, this is a card that is a free special summon that's a level 5. So it could very well go into our Chaos deck. It really actually isn't that bad. If we draw some of the Cyber Dragon stuff, like if we pull some of the Cyber Dragon stuff that like contact fuses, this might actually be like a usable card. And then for our other card, we have another copy of this card. Another copy, which this card's not even bad, so I can't even be mad. It summons any fairy, spellcaster, winged beast, or beast warrior. And then it bounces all dragons, non-targeting, and including our dragons, by the way. And then during the end phase, it can search polymerization, which we don't have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 repeats out of 9 cards. Like, actually, this isn't even 9 cards, 8 cards. We have 5 repeats, including a super rare. Unbelievable. All right, let's see what we get out of these guys. Like I said, not too impactful on the other stuff that we pulled, but it's whatever. Things happen. Card ejector. Once per turn, target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard, banish it. Not that bad of a card, but I'm not using it. And then we've got Sharanui Solitaire is a good card. This is a really good card. Now, can we... I don't know if we can summon anything off of this, but this is a great card. We need... It summons a zombie tuner with 0 defense. The best one, the absolute best one that we could possibly pull is Unizombie. That's the best one that I can think. That's the best one to summon. Like, this is a solid card. It's just we don't have the components to use it, but that's a good card. I can't be mad. I mean, that's a great card. We've got Miracle Flipper, which is like the little sister of Card Ejector. What are the chances? This card is like a very not so great card. Underwhelming. We already have this card again. A lot of repeats lately. I mean, I guess because we've pulled so many cards, we're going to get repeats eventually. But it kind of sucks to see when you're getting like repeats of cards that you don't have any intention of using. Literally. And then we pull like the sisters over here. All right, we just won the coin flip finally. But, you know, last two duels haven't been too bad, so I can't really complain. We have a pretty good hand, actually. We haven't seen Barrier Statue all day, which has been okay because we've been winning even without it. Then activate Penguin Squire. We're going to summon that out. Let's see, we're going to change that to a level 1. Activate this effect. They can technically imperm us, but you know, we're going to target that, flip it. Our opponent has no hand traps. Good to see. Somebody says I only have eyes for Time Thief Redo or something like that. You're kind of right. Listen, I'm telling you right now. Look at our extra deck. I swear to you, if Mech Knight Crusader Aeromax was a rank 4, I'd be making him every single turn. This dude is literally like the GOAT. The greatest, my favorite Link 4 of all. He's my favorite Link of all time. I'd make him every single time. The problem is our deck, like, I don't understand what you guys want me to summon. Like, the guy says I summon this too much, but like, bro, I have a couple options. I have Cyber/Harpy, Time Thief Redoer, and pretty much it going first. So I'm more than likely always going to go into Time Thief Redoer. It's better than leaving these two on board for sure, because like, what are they going to do on their board by themselves? Essentially nothing. And Time Thief either gives us advantage, it protects itself by disappearing, or it, you know, or it just, yeah, it gives us advantage, it gives us an interruption, or it protects itself by getting itself off the board. So we have 3 options with it. It's just the only thing that sucks about him is that your options are out of your own control, which that is probably the worst about him, because sometimes you get like a monster and it does essentially nothing, and sometimes you get like a spell or trap card. It's great. Look at this. See, oh, we were playing Blue Eyes. True Light's a great card. Depending on the Blue Eyes deck, this is a really good card because the target is the place on top of the deck is non-targeting, so he can actually get rid of pretty much anything, which is phenomenal. He's already going somewhat minus here, which is good. He's going to activate Melody. He's going to discard Ash, so we're not going to have to worry about Ash, and Ash actually counters Time Thief Redoer. Jet is one of the most annoying cards you could possibly imagine in a sealed format, and I don't think we have an out to Jet. This stops inherent summons, which Jet, this would be an inherent summon right here. Actually, does he have other inherent summons? No, a lot of his other summons are off like fusion spells and stuff. So we're just going to activate Grand Horn of Heaven, negate that. He's going to draw a card. We're going to go straight to main phase 2, right? Is that what it does? And then end the main phase. So he's in battle phase now, and you can't respond to that because it's a counter trap. So he can't trigger Jet because that happened, you know, outside of the period where you can do anything about it. And now he can technically play, but he's got, obviously it's Blue Eye, so it's 8 million bricks. This is a little concerning. Now, problem with Time Thief is it has to be a face-up card, target a face-up card, put it on the top of the deck, so I can't put this on the top of his deck. So if it's a stone, there's not much I can do. Paleozoic Deinonychus isn't too bad. Hopefully we get a spell. See, if we draw Dimensional Fissure right now, that would be phenomenal. That's pretty bad, actually. This card has an effect where if it's sent from anywhere at all, it gets to summon a Blue Eyes. So even if it's sent from as material, it detaches material, it still gets to send a Blue Eyes. I want to attack, but I don't know what this is, but I guess I have to attack. I mean, I don't have to attack, right? I mean, I'm going to attack, but it's probably best for me to attack. I'm going to attack whatever he's got face down. It's a stone, unsurprisingly. So he's going to be able to do stone stuff in the end phase. He's going to summon Jet. Yeah, Jet is fine. I can put Jet on top of his deck, and then when he activates Stone, he can actually just summon out another Jet with Stone, which kind of sucks. But again, there's nothing I can really do here. Yeah, I think I'm going to activate. Because that way I can get rid of at least one Jet. I'm going to put this. No, I don't want to do any more. I'm going to put this on top of the deck. And now when he activates the effect, it'll put the Jet away. So he's going to activate that. He can, like I said, he can technically summon the Jet back out if he wants to. Jet is really like the card that is not easy for us to deal with. Because it protects all other cards from activating, from being destroyed. And on top of that, it summons itself back very easily. But I think through proper planning, we can get rid of Jet permanently because we have the Paleozoic Dino-Miscus, and I don't know how many he plays. That spell's pretty good. Spell is pretty good. But we can banish at least one Jet off of the Paleozoic Dino-Miscus. He's going to banish that to add back a Blue Eye. He's going to add back, obviously, that one. I can get rid of this off the board, but I want to wait. I'll wait for him to do stuff. I'll wait for him to commit to something. If he activates alternative, summons it, tries to pop my monster, then I'll do it. We still have memory loss too, which is a non-targeting negate, but I'm not going to use that on alternative just because I can. If he activates this, then I will use the redoer. All right, he's going to target our monster. He's going to put us in a position where we have to. We can activate memory loss or we can activate redoer, but I think redoer is a smarter one. Even though I'm detaching a stone, which will trigger at the end phase, I think this is the best bet we've got. So we're going to detach this. And then we're also going to detach, it doesn't matter which one because they're all going to the graveyard anyway. And now we're going to, his target's gone, but he can't attack anymore regardless. He's going to go straight to the battle phase. I think Paleozoic Dino-Miscus is a fairly good card to activate right now. Because this card is just too annoying. I want to get it out of here as soon as possible. I don't want this coming back anytime soon. This card is just absolutely too good. And then, yeah, I guess we go to end phase, we get our monster back, and then he gets a monster too. He gets his stone because I detached it. Nothing we could do there. Stones are just very, very good. And he can summon another Jet depending on how many he's playing. Jet is, like I said, Jet is a tough card to play because he's going to summon out the Abyss Dragon, which can search him. I'm going to negate this, actually. Which effect is this? This end phase effect. He's going to search Polymerization and a ritual spell. This effect I don't feel like is appropriate to negate. But I think the next effect we negate, the one that can search any monster. He's going to search Chaos Form, which they all play. And now he has the end phase effect also. Now this effect might actually be worth negating because this will search Abyss Dragon or Chaos Max. So I think this effect we actually will negate. And now we is there a point to trigger this right now? I don't even know if there is a point to trigger this. Yeah, we can just save this for later. I don't think there's actually a legitimate point to trigger this right now. I see if I had Imduct, I gotta put Imduct. I should put Imduct in the deck right now. That would have been sick. Instead of Link Spider, I should have put Imduct because it turns our normal monster into a threat. This should have been replaced with Imduct because then I could summon Imduct here and destroy this. Yeah, I don't think there's a point to really activate this right now. There's just no point because I might be able to use it later with Power Frame. So now we go to our turn, we draw, let's see what we get. Lightning Vortex isn't bad, but we need a spell off the top of his deck in order to make this usable. You got a Trap, which isn't bad, but it's not really super good either. We can make him draw this card next turn, or we can make him, if I make him draw this, it's pointless. So I can put this on the top of his deck. This card is an absolute brick in... Yeah, this card's an absolute brick in hand, so I think the play is to put this back on the top of his deck. But at the same time, this isn't really doing much on the board either, so I'm just going to end phase. And hopefully we get a monster off the top of his deck so that we can actually make our monsters like this, do the whole disappearing act. So now we activate this, and we get another trap. So I should have done it. Man, that's unlucky. Because they're once per turn, obviously. Dictator of D is annoying. Dictator of D is certainly annoying. And I can't get rid of my my thing either. I can't get rid of my thing. He can use Dictator of D to special summon a Blue Eye. He's going to discard to add 2 Blue Eyes, and he's got Jet. Yeah, this is looking like it's over. I mean, yeah, this is looking like it's over. Chaos Max now. I mean, I can out Chaos Max. I mean, yeah, I can out Chaos Max, but the problem is I think he's got too much sauce here. I'm gonna summon another one of these. Chaos Form. That's fine. He's gonna be able to summon out Chaos Max Dragon, which we do actually have the out, like I said. Time Thief Redoer does out Chaos Max Dragon, but like, ideally, even it doesn't matter what we draw next turn. It does not matter what we draw next turn because whatever we draw next turn, even if we discard it for lightning vortex, the jet comes back regardless, so it doesn't matter. Jet is really, like I said, this is the card in this matchup that just has this. This is the reason why we lose this matchup. It's Jet, because he just is so much free recursion every single turn. He's just free recursion, which is kind of crazy. So he's gonna go to battle. He didn't use the effects of the alternatives, which is fine. I'm gonna use. He's gonna do this actually. I can negate this attack. I mean, I can make myself more attack and negate that attack. I guess that would be the intelligent thing to do. Might as well stall out just a little while longer here. And then we can, yeah, why not? Put a Paleozoic, block some more damage. And yeah, we should negate this attack. And then we'll put a Paleozoic on field. And negate that attack, make this 3,000. Actually, now we can't out our monster. So now he's going to attack with Chaos Max. If this connects, he would have won, but we have the out with Time Thief Redoer. Unless he has an Ash. If he has an Ash, then we lose. If he has an Ash, we literally lose the duel. But if he doesn't, then this just goes back. Awesome. And now, yeah, we are in a decent situation here. Paleozoic. Why not? We're just going to leave forever. He's going to cancel the attack, actually. And attack with the... Crash them both, which is, I mean, it's pretty smart because now what's it called comes out. Yeah, Jet comes out. See, so now, like I said, Vortex doesn't do anything because if I activate it, only this gets destroyed. These three don't because Jet's out here. I think this should be the game. No, I don't think that there's anything that we could possibly draw that could change this outcome. He's going to Raw Sphere Mode. Summon his own Raw Sphere Mode on his own side of the field. I've never seen that. He's going to summon a Winged Dragon of Raw, ignoring summoning conditions. Wow. What in the world is going on? His Winged Dragon of Raw and Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. Wow, okay. End phase. This just got interesting. What could we possibly draw? Barrier Statue doesn't do shit. I mean, yeah, Barrier Statue doesn't do anything for us right now. Our best bet is Lightning Vortex, destroy this, and then we take 4,000 next turn. I think that's our best bet. I mean, the other alternative is to set Barrier Statue, which does nothing. Because then he just I can bounce it with Jet anyway. So I think we Lightning Vortex, it'll destroy the Blue Eyes. If we Lightning Vortex. Discard, destroy the Blue Eyes, that's our best bet, and then we just pass. Yeah, we've got 1,000 life points. If he doesn't draw anything else, we have 1,000 life points left. Swords of Revealing Light. The last thing I was going to do is attack him. But he is going to be able to attack us. This is a goofy deck. This is an ultra goofy deck. I thought this was a Blue Eyes deck, and this guy absolutely took a turn. Alright, we need a monster to protect our life points. Nahata is a monster that can protect our life points. So we can special summon this, but we can also just set it into defense and just protect our life points for a little while here. I don't even know if there's anything that we could put that could help us in this moment. Iron Dragon couldn't even help us right now. Bestial Magnamut could actually help us right now. If we had seen this earlier, it would have been really good. Oh, I forgot he has this effect. Oh, then that's game. Yeah, I forget. The Winged Dragon Raw is an effect to, and he's going to be able to summon that. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, Bestial Magnamut, if we had drawn this earlier, we probably could have had a pretty decent game. Same thing with the Dimensional Fissure. If we had seen this earlier in the game, we probably would have been in fairly good situations right now. Hopefully it attacks with this because the animation always looks cool. Look at this animation. We lost. Look at the hieroglyphics. I don't even feel bad losing to that kind of a game. Alright, so this is what our opponent was playing. More anime deck kind of nonsense. Which has been fun to play against. He has a Bingo Machine, Royal. He's got these cards here. He's not playing Spirit, which is like, why is Spirit not here? It's one of the most important cards. He doesn't have any of the Synchro Monsters at all. And some of them come in the starter deck. I mean, the structure deck. Why that's not there. He has one singular copy a Winged Dragon of Ra, which he happened to draw, and then he summoned the Winged Dragon of Ra regular, which is like bananas, and then he's got like this is just a mess. I don't know what's going on here, but it's a mess that beat us, so we can't even really complain. And guess what we just did? We won the coin flip. All right, so our hand is looking okay. Unbreakable Spirit is another one of those cards that with Barrier Statue is great. Without Barrier Statue, what is it doing in our deck? We're going to normal summon this. We're going to special summon, inherent special summon out the Nefariousness. And then, as always, we have one real goal here, which is Time Thief, because everything else is like, yeah, could I summon this? Why? It's weaker. Could summon this, but no point right now. So Time Thief it is. So we summon this out because it's our best bet. We're going to summon this out, and we're going to set the Forbidden Chalice and the Unbreakable Spirit. I'm not going to put Dragoody's into play because there's no point, because I don't have a card to discard anyway. And now we just pass on this. Not too bad, right? Not too bad. Depending on what he's playing, this isn't too bad. We do have some interruptions, possibly some more interruptions coming up next. He's going to imperm our Time Thief Redoer, which, I mean, I can activate the effect, but I don't see a point to activate that effect, because then we just lose our monster presence, and yeah, it sucks for us, but what can you do? He negated it. Nothing we could do there. He's playing Cyberse. I don't know if that's like pure Cyberse. Okay, I mean, maybe he's playing pure Cyberse. I haven't seen this played since like 2017. Yeah, special summon this card from your hand, and then he's got, this is literally pure Cyberse. Wow, okay. If you control Cyberse, you can summon this monster. Yeah, Cyberse isn't bad. Like, even pure Cyberse like this can be a fairly good deck if you play it right. He's going to link to, we're going to see what he summons. Splash Mage. This might actually be worth negating. Target one Cyberse monster and special summon it. I'm going to let him activate the effect, obviously, first. And I think this is actually a fairly intelligent card to negate, because then he can't really continue his plays. I mean, he can have extenders, right? He can have extenders, but it stops him from getting to the link 3, like the power code and stuff like that. If he has extenders, he has extenders. I can't, I can't do anything about it. But as far as I know, this is a fairly intelligent negate here. Now he's done here, which is good for us. He's going to go to end phase. I have nothing I can really do. Time Thief still negated. I'm going to draw for a turn. Sakuretsu Armor is not bad. We have 2 Battle Traps, which is never super great, but it's whatever. We're going to get a card off the top. It is a monster. It's the Code Generator. So actually a really good card. So it's a good thing we did that. I am actually going to normal summon this because I don't have the Barrier Statue anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to start summoning things way over here because he's already revealed that he's got Imperm, so I'm trying to play around that. We'll attack over these monsters if we can. Mirror Force, of course. Of course, Mirror Force. We're going to activate Time Thief to get rid of itself. So we can play around Mirror Force. We'll just detach this. This lets you target every single turn, which sucks for us. We're going to destroy that, but this has an effect to float, which at least that's nice, right? So we get the float. And then we're going to main phase 2. We're going to set Sakuretsu Armor. I didn't see Mirror Force coming. Shit happens. I can't get angry. We're going to summon back this way over here. We're going to resolve this dude. We've got tons of spellcasters and stuff. Now, what do we actually want to search? Goblinberg's pretty good, but Goblinberg relies on us drawing another level 4, which I don't know if we're going to draw. This is really good because it can search quite a few things. I think this is actually probably the most... Actually, Ray's pretty good too. If he doesn't draw a monster that he can really link climb with, it's actually pretty good. Ray's pretty good. I think Ray is fairly strong, but I honestly think that this is better because it actually floats and we could do stuff with it. So floating is probably a little more important than just Ray. Ray's pretty good, but Ray will do 3,000 damage essentially. It'll attack and then swap out. We're going to do this because it has no materials. We need something underneath it. We've got a monster again. It's the same monster. What are the chances we get another Code Radiator? It's probably good, but he's going to use this. There's nothing I can do about that. He's going to get Code Radiator, which we put into his graveyard for him. I think we're just going to keep clicking no until he threatens Time Thief. Or does something. Now, the problem is he has an easy route to access code talker right now, which is bad for us. He's going to transcode, and he can get into access code, and because he's playing all of these code talkers and things, yeah, he can get into access code talker with absolute ease right now, which is really bad for us because access code talker is going to be able to pop all of our back row, all of our stuff without, he's going to, the microcoder, I think he searched, yeah, microcoder, which lets him do stuff. This will let him summon again, which again, I can't do anything about right now. I'm going to summon out the Bitron or Digitron. Alright, he's going to go into Heat Soul, which is, again, a fairly good card. I mean, it's a fairly good card. Yeah, you can pay life points, draw cards for free. These cards really are, like, these battle traps are... They're not bad cards. It's just that, like, when we don't have the barrier statue, they just do nothing. And I don't know what it is. Sometimes we'll play 5 duels, and we play 2 barrier statues, right? So we play 2 barrier statues in the main deck. On top of the 2 barrier statues in the main deck, we have Small World. So we have plenty of, like, copies of barrier statue, but I swear, sometimes we'll go, like, 4 or 5 games, no barrier statue, and then we've got all of these cards that help it. He can increase his own attack. I can't respond. I can respond to that, though. So, again, I don't have anything I can really do, so I can banish my monster off the field now, but that doesn't really do anything for me. So I guess we just leave it and hope he doesn't pop it. But he has, how many pops does he have in graveyard? He has 2 pops in graveyard right now, so he can pop at least 2 of our cards. And he's at 58, and that is game basically. At 86, that's game. You can activate these effects. Now hopefully he pops this and this, right? Hopefully he pops this and this, and then we're good. But if he pops Sakuratsu Armor, we essentially lose the duel. He popped that. He's gonna pop Time Thief, I imagine. If he pops Time Thief, then he could win. Hopefully he doesn't pop our Sakuratsu, or he will pop it. So that would have been good to keep, but... yeah, that should be it. Now he's going to summon this out. He's going to go into this card, which is... this card sent to the graveyard as material. You can special summon this card. Oh, he's going to summon that to pop another card. That's pretty smart. And that's game. That should be game. Wow, okay. No, this was a little unlucky. Like, the dude had, like, a bunch of modern cards, and then here's Mirror Force. Like, I don't know why that Mirror Force was there. There was no way I would have played around that. That was just crazy that he had that. That was so unbelievable. Alright, so we just won the coin flip, but we got Barrier Statue and none of the trap cards to protect it. We just got Barrier Statue. We have Purple... we just... truly the most monster-heavy hand ever. We have Barrier, the Forbidden Chalice, which actually doesn't help us. And all of these purple cards that I specifically play just to protect the Barrier Statue, nowhere to be found. Look at this. Look at this. Non-stop. I'm not even going to count. Screw this. I'm not even going to count. I'm just going to normal summon and hope he's not playing Snake Eye. If he's playing Snake Eye, this is pretty much a wrap. So I'm just going to set those 2 and pass. I'm not even going to... there's no point to even talk about it. But it's... they made a Karibo mate? When did Karibo mate come out? I don't even know that. I didn't even know that existed as a mate. Yeah, like, what are the chances? He's got... you know, what a situation. So... this is actually... Dictator of D is the out to Barrier Statue, but we do have the Forbidden Chalice. Now, unfortunately... he's putting us in a position that sucks for us. Because he's got Dictator of D, which can attack over this. I can protect my Barrier Statue by using Forbidden Chalice, but it'll negate my own Barrier Statue. So he'll be able to summon the Blue Eyes, and that really sucks. It's just a rough situation, like I said. We have so many trap cards that are, like, phenomenal. So many trap cards that are phenomenal, but unfortunately, we just did not draw them. They would have been all great in this situation. We would have been... guaranteed to win, like 1,000,000%. If we drew any of those trap cards, we would have won. So he's gonna set cards, and he's probably gonna go to... oh, he's gonna go to end phase. Oh no, he's gonna banish to add back. I don't know why he's doing that. I have no idea why he just did that. Okay, that's something. So the best case scenario is our opponent just misplays here, but it looks like they're going to battle phase, which they should have not done any of that. They should have gone to battle phase first. They're going to go to battle phase. They're going to declare an attack. I'm going to keep saying no until the next one, which is damage step. Again, I don't want to do this, but I kind of have to do this now because that way we out his dictator. But again, he drew like the perfect card to out us. Blue Eyes has very few normal summons that can get over a 1000 attack barrier statue. And it's... Oh, wow, he ended the turn. Okay. Sometimes the only thing that can help you win is your opponent's misplace. That's 100% the truth. We're going to summon Analyzer. We're going to... Do we activate Analyzer? Or do we not activate Analyzer? I suppose we activate it. See if he has an Ash or something. This guy's clicking buttons anyway, so maybe he'll click this button and... Yeah. That's great. That's just great. We don't have a single rock monster, by the way. That's phenomenal. That's great. And even if we did, how many fire rock monsters are there out there? Not a lot. Alright, that's great. So now we go to battle phase. We hit him with some damage. Hopefully he doesn't draw another dictator here. This guy's amazing. I'm going to play around this being an imperm. I'm going to set this here. And I'm going to pass on what I've got here. Purple Poison would have been a decent card too. But I mean, if that wasted an Ash Blast. But that was what I just witnessed was just peak foolishness. As long as he doesn't draw another, woo, we got that. That was some of the worst play I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen a person choke the way that this guy just choked. That was like, wow, that was like, he dropped the ball. He had all the outs. All he had to do was normal summon, attack with Dictator, main phase 2, play the game. I don't know. All right, we've got 1, 2, 3 legacy tickets. All right, this is what our opponent was playing. The most standard. I think this is just 3 structure decks. Actually, I think this is 3 structure decks with 3 ashes. This is what this deck is. Very standard. 1000%. He should have beat it. He should have demolished our deck. We shouldn't even be here right now. But at least this guy was smart enough to play the Azure Eyes and the Heretic Sun that comes in the deck. At least like in the structure deck for free. All right, let's open a master pack. Today's been like an episode of the show. Every duel has been an anime deck, which I love. This is exactly what I've been begging for. I love these kinds of duels. Wow, look at what's going on right now. What's under here? High speed something. What is that? Kite Drake. 1 wind tuner. And a non-tuner. Do we have any wind tuners? Got to think back. What does this actually do? It's a level 8. This card is synchro summoned. Destroy all other cards on the field. Do we have any wind tuners? I guess we got to check. Negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent controls. Is it one of these effects? Destroying all other cards on the field is pretty damn good. If this card is sent to the graveyard, add 1 speedride monster from your deck to your hand. This is a really good card. I have no issues with it whatsoever. It's just a good card. Other than the fact that you need a wind tuner, I have no issues with this card. Next card, not going to play that. Next card, I don't think we can play this. Plunder Patrol, very specific. Can't play that. Lodge's Flame, can't play that. World Legacy Whispers, can I play this? Alright, so this isn't a terrible card. I don't think this is really playable for us, but it's not a terrible card. 6 Samurai, special summon 6 Samurai for the deck with a different name. Destroy it during the end phase. Not bad, but we don't have a lot of 6 Samurais. Let's see what these super rares are. We've got a card that probably shouldn't be a super rare because it requires I don't even know. This is the kind of card you look at like, why is this a super rare? Can anybody explain this to me? Like, sometimes they just make cards and you got to sit there and like, your mind is like, your mind is like about to explode because you just don't understand why it's a super rare. And then we've got a Subterra card, another royal rare in the same episode, and it does unlock a secret pack. What are the chances? 2 royal rares in 1 episode? 2 royal rares, a bunch of anime duels. What's going on with us today? This has been great. Now, the face-up monster you control is flipped face down. Can we do that? If you control no face-up monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. When a face-up monster you control is flipped face down and we control no. Wow. You can change this card to face down defense position. You can discard 1 Subterra monster, draw 2 cards. This is like not bad. Wow, okay. How do we... I mean, we got to book our own I mean, we can't really play this. If this card just said, if you control no face-up monsters, you know, if we have all face-down monsters special summon, I would have just played it because it's 2800 attack. But, like, how are we going to book our own monsters? I mean, we do have the double Book of Moon card, but I don't think that's good enough. It's a very inconsistent 2-card combo. That's crazy. Another Royal Rare in the same episode. Kite Drake's not bad. I guess we get to open that. Which pack did that open? Worthy Adversary. So that opened this. Yes, we want to go here. I guess, again, this is the rule. Just, I'm going to explain it real quick. Whenever we pull a Royal Rare, if it doesn't unlock a secret pack, we get to open another additional master pack. If it does open a secret pack, we open whatever secret pack that it leads us. So that way we remain, you know, kind of like random. We're not, you know, we're not like picking the secret pack. It's still like Masochist, and we got a UR out of here. Hopefully it's a good one, because that, based on what we've had so far, we've just been pulling the most inconsequential UR. Okay, it's in the pack, so I don't know what that really means, because I don't know what's in this pack. We got another card here. We've got a Panther Dancer. This is not a bad card. It can help us OTK our opponent, but we don't have all of the other like cards needed to play that. Kaiju Files isn't super good for us. We don't have Slifer. This is pretty good, I believe, but we don't have enough like of a worm deck. Tribute a generator or a worm, negate a summon. Like, we don't have enough worms. Another generator. Generators really aren't bad, actually, but we don't really have the cards to summon it. Quick effect, you contribute 2 generator monsters, target one, destroy it. Again, if we had the tokens, maybe. This is actually a pretty good card for a win deck, but I don't believe we really do anything. Basically, if a wind monster is destroyed, we get to summon this. I believe we have the fire one. We have 3 copies of the fire one. I don't know. We just pulled this one for the first time. I think we have the water one too. We could place a spawn trap card on the top of the deck, which is probably the least good out of all of them. And then we got another UR here, which is Subterror Guru, the Michael Jordan of Subterror monsters. Wow. We can add any Subterror monster. Target one other face-up card on the field. Change that to target one face-up monster on the field. Change that monster, also this card, to face-down defense position. If this card... This is a quick effect if another Subterror card. Wow. That's like a 1-card combo, right? But we don't have like all of the surrounding things for it. So technically speaking, we can set this. It flips face-up. No, we can't do that. We can't do that. Yeah, we don't have the surrounding stuff. I was going to say we can search that other card that we just pulled in the Royal Rare, but like, for what though? Like, the only reason that would work is if we set this and then we like stall a turn, then it goes back to our turn. We flip summon it, search the other card, target this and another card, flip this face down, flip our opponent's monster face down, and then we get to summon the one we just pulled, which I guess that would work, but that is like so specific. This isn't bad. Like, everything here, this isn't bad. This requires other cards, and these two require a lot of other cards to be usable. And then these are just like totally unusable cards on the left side of the pack, so nothing really usable out of any of the stuff that we pulled here. All right, let's open the 3 legacy tickets. We've got 3 legacy tickets. We've been pulling so much stuff, and there's a UR, and these pulls have been like unreal. It's like UR, super rare, and like none of them have been useful. Sandmoth we have. What is this card? Yeah, this has to be like one of those OCG exclusive cards. We pull so many cards, so few useful ones. That's a Gemini monster. I'm not going to read it. This is a Gladiator Beast. All right, that's not bad. This is one of the decent ones. We do have Gladiator Beasts, but obviously I think Gladiator Beasts are a little too slow for modern meta. The URs in the legacy tickets are funny. I don't know what this could be. I'm just gonna let the surprise hit me. I don't know what this is gonna be. No way. We pulled two copies of the same UR week after week. 2. We won one more and we have a play set. What are the chances? This set has like 5,000 cards and we pulled 2 of the same URs. That's insane. Look at all these URs. Look at all these useful and unuseful ones. We pulled 2 of the same URs. It could have been a card destruction. It could have been one day apiece. It could have been so many things. 2 of the same URs back to back. What are the chances? And we can't use them because it requires us to have special summon 5 monsters. Curry Ba, Curry B, Curry Boo, Curry Ba, all this stuff. You gotta summon exactly all 5 of these. So we have to have all 5 of these. Not even bad, right? During the main phase, you can return this card to the hand, special summon all of these 5 monsters. You essentially can make a Link 5, but we don't have them. We have 2 of this dude, but we don't have all of these other morons. All right, so we just opened a ton of packs, and I swear to you, I don't actually think any of them or useful, which which is crazy because we've opened so many packs. We've opened, was it 5 packs and not a single usable card out of all of that, and a royal rare, 2 royal rares for the day. We pulled 2 URs, all of these royal rares, 1, 2, 3, 4 super rares, 4 super rares, 2 URs, and a royal rare, and we don't have a single usable card out of all of that, which is like mind-numbing right now. Let me check what high-speed Roid compatible cards we can actually use here. All right, so here are the wind tuners we have. I would imagine we'd probably need like a level 4 wind tuner. We have other wind tuners. We have this, which I don't think is going to be usable. We have some of these other gustos and stuff. This is a wind tuner, but is this usable? If this card is used as synchro material, banish it. Why? Why? If this card's normal summoned, you can banish it. If this card's normal summoned, you can change its battle position. If the battle position of this card changes, target when spawn trap card on the field, destroy it. That's not even that bad. If this card is destroyed in the pendulum zone, return 1 card to your opponent, to your pendulum zone to the hand. The only bad part about this card is that it returns itself to it banishes itself when it leaves the field. Let me put that in there. That might actually be playable. So we're gonna see that. Eccentric boy, whatever. Let me see. I might actually try that out because that's not too bad. These are all our wind tuners. What is this? Any special at the end of the damage step, if this card battled an opponent's monster was not destroyed, return that monster to the hand. You must control this card to resolve this effect. So essentially, if we attack like a big defense monster, we can bounce it, but it's not really usable. Debris Dragon is like it. I remember we used this early on, but this can only be used for the synchro summon of a dragon. I don't know if the Kite Roid. I think it's a machine, so that's not going to be usable. So Javelin can't be used. This isn't really usable. This isn't really usable. This isn't really usable. What does this do? This seems like it could be. No, it's insect or plant support. I actually think this Thunder thing, whatever the hell I just said, is the only level 4 tuner that is usable. But I do want to try it. I do want to try it. We could use that. Oops. We could use that instead of Ray. So let me clear these. Can you just clear filters? Clear filters. So we could use this instead of Ray for a little while, just to try something new. A Wind Machine Tuner. Of course, it's Wind Machine Tuner. That's why you gotta read, guys. This is a Wind Thunder Tuner, so rip to that idea. This needs a Wind Machine Tuner, unfortunately. So that idea is dead. Subterror Guru is, you know, it's a cool card, but we don't have all of the supporting details needed for the Subterrors right now. So these are the Subterrors that we have pulled so far. We have 1 Guru, which is again the best, and then Behemoth, and then we have this right here. There's one I remember that can actually summon Colossus. Where is it? There's one that, so if we pulled it, we could actually, I think it's this. No, that's a Pyra. This one. This is actually one that can summon. Is it? Let me just make sure that there's no other Thunders here. Yeah, I think that's the only Thunder. If we pulled this, we could actually summon Colossus. When a monster you control is flip face down, if you control no face-up monster, special summon this card from your hand. This card actually lets you summon Thunder Dragon Colossus also, because it's a Thunder that you activate the effect in hand. Gets a special summon, it's only a common. And we do have Thunder Dragon Colossus, which I've been like absolutely dying to use. But for some reason, we don't pull any of the common cards needed to summon Colossus. But then we've been pulling so many repeats of like so many cards. We pulled 2 Curry Babylons. We pulled like, there's so many cards we have like multiples of that are just like trash. We have 5 copies of this card. 5 copies of this card. And some of these cards, like we have, like I said, like 2 Prediction Princess cards. I have some cards I have 3-4 copies of, and it's like insane. But then there's like certain commons we haven't even ever seen. I would have loved to change the deck, but I don't think there's anything really worth changing right now. Because like I said, I pulled a bunch of cards, but none of them are usable right now. Alright, we just won the coin flip again. Today's been lucky to say the least. We don't have anything that we can really do here. If I'm being honest, we don't have any spellcasters to match with our nefariousness. We have a dragon and a rock tuner. This is cool, so I mean, our best bet is to summon this, and activate its effect, and hopefully our opponent max sees us or ashes us or something. He doesn't. Yeah, we may have removed too many spellcasters. That's another concern. Doesn't matter what we put at the bottom. I wish there was like a button that just said cancel, because it doesn't really matter. And then we'll just set Threatening Roar and Crackdown, and we have Tiamaton. So if our opponent summons here, we can summon Tiamaton. But yeah, not the. This is a perfect hand to draw Barrier Statue. Like an absolutely godly hand with Barrier Statue. But if like Barrier Statue was like Iron Dragon, or like it replaces any of the monsters on our hand, it would have been beautiful. Because we have two ways to protect it. But it depends on they're playing TGs again. No. This is it. Alright. Oh, he's going to search the Werewolf and the TG Striker. Poplar is like the last card you ever want to see. This card is like absolutely outrageous. Poplar is so good. This card is so good. It is like you add it, you get to search a card. I mean, no, if you add it, except by drawing it, you get to special summon it. If you special summon it, you get to do other stuff. It's like, he's gonna search the Kurukari. He's gonna send those two. I'm gonna summon out the Snake Eye Oak. I can trigger Iron Dragon, but at this point, I don't really see what Iron Dragon really accomplishes for us. I don't really see what Iron Dragon really accomplishes in this scenario. I'm gonna send those two to the graveyard. Summon Flameburge. I'm gonna actually target one face up monster, place it. I'm gonna go ahead and just activate Crackdown now. So I'm just gonna take this. I'm gonna place it right here. Flameburge is another like card that's like crazy. Snake Eye in general is just a crazy deck. Like this deck is really good. Yeah, it's just a really strong deck. It's such like unbelievable like ability. Send one fire monster, special summon one level, like everything floats. This deck is just so good. He's gonna summon out the Salamandra. Hopefully he summons it right here, but he seems to be avoiding my columns appropriately. Hopefully he summons this here, but he's not going to. Like I said, he's playing around my columns really well. Never mind. Okay. Let me see if I could pop. This card is used for synchro material, so only if it's used for synchro material is it really useful. So I'm going to activate the Iron Dragon, and now I'm going to summon it right here to pop this Salamandra. And hopefully, yep, that gets rid of that. So if this is not used as synchro material, it doesn't do shit. He's going to Kaiju me. Divine Incarnate. Okay. Well, that sucked. He added that. I watched him add it, so I can't even be mad. Yeah, I'm gonna Threatening Roar. I want to save some resources because I got to deal with this next turn. All right, he's gonna be able to special summon a monster during the end phase, which Tiamaton can't be summoned. Must be special summoned by the effect. Can't be summoned in other ways. So that's good. I think I'm gonna. Do I bait this or do I just go into like a useful card? Maybe we just go into a useful card. Actually, we can. Nah. I was gonna say we can go into the Cyber Slash, but I don't think that really benefits us, right? We can go into Cyber Slash. Which can't be gone in. Okay, we're one monster away from the card that we want to go into, which is the Mekk-Knight Crusader Avermax. We're one card away. We had drawn a monster of some kind, so... Alright, so I think the best bet we've got is, again, Time Thief. Because, again, Cyber Slash just doesn't do anything. Because if I return to this hand, like, what does that really benefit us? Yeah, Cyber Slash actually isn't bad. Because if we can return his monsters to the hand every turn, it's actually not bad. We can make this. I just realized that, but that's not actually going to help us, is it? Oof. I just realized we can use this as link material and then bring it back. Alright, so I'm going to use this plus Nefariousness to go into Hida. He's going to be able to activate his effect. Unfortunately, he is going to be able to activate his effect, but I'm going to be able to take that card anyway. He's going to be able to use his effects to do all of his nonsense, but so am I. I'm going to be able to use his effects soon, too. Hopefully I can summon his Flameburge, but he can summon, like, Poplar And he's going to summon Poplar, which I have to deal with, but I mean, eventually he's going to be able to do it. I'm going to add a Snake Eye card. That's not good. He's going to add Sinful Spoils, but alright, whatever. I'm going to activate this effect to summon out Flame Bridge. Summon that in attack mode. And the card that he just added, does that target? That's the question. Target. Yeah, it does target. So that's good. Alright, so now we're going to activate the Flame Bridge. We're going to put... I don't think it benefits us to put any of our monsters in our back row, so we're going to put this thing in his back row. Leave that shit trapped down there. Not trying to deal with that card. And then I think we just kind of wreck every monster on his board right now. I think that's the best bet here. We just destroy every monster on his board. I think this places itself in the back row. Things happen if he wants to. So we're going to attack over this, and attack over this. Now, we can do one of two things. We can make Crusadia Avermax, or we can just pass on this board. Crusadia Avermax is honestly not even like bad right now, because he already used this effect, so he wouldn't be able to use it because it's a hard once per turn, right? Yeah, once per turn. So he wouldn't be able to use it again. And the benefit of Crusadia Avermax is that it might be a little tough for him to get rid of, because if he only has targeting, it might be difficult for him to get rid of. So I actually think that would be a fairly decent thing, and then he can't do this effect a second time. So I think that effect is probably a smart thing to do. So we have Crusadia Avermax protected by the Ledger Book. I think that's not too bad. So we're going to do that. He doesn't get to trigger this twice, and then we go into Crusadia Avermax plus a Ledger Book. I think that's a solid. I think that's a solid thing to do, because I don't even have... leaving Hida's on the board is pointless. Leaving his monsters on the board is kind of pointless, because again, I have nothing to really do with it. So Hida and that, like, neither of them are really useful, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Can't be targeted. If it leaves the field, we get to shuffle something away. Our opponent can only attack this. It's the only thing that's here. It's a little complicated to get rid of. Plus, he searched the card to put a card into our back row. So it would have been entirely pointless to leave any of those targetable monsters on the board anyway. Alright, he's going to activate this to put something back. He's going to banish, target a Snake Eye with level 1 and what? Add one fire, and then he's going to place one on the bottom of his deck. That's cool. These effects are so good. And he's going to normal summon this thing, which is a heroic monster. You can add a heroic spell or trap card. That's fine. Heroic does have some OTK cards, so you got to watch out for heroics. This deck is like all over. He's got heroics. He's got everything right now. Honestly, he's got everything. This is another UR for heroic. He's going to add a heroic. You could special summon this card. So you can summon this thing out, the Heroic Challenger. Which is fine with me so far. So far, this is fine with me. Until there's something that threatens Crusadia Avermax, I'm not triggering anything. So he's going to go into a Link 2. He's going to go into Isold. This card's Link Summon. He can add a Warrior. That's fine. All of this so far is fine. I'm going to add a Destiny Hero. Bro, what is this dude cooking? He's going to send one to, I guess, add a level 1. That's fine with me. This guy is on another level. He's on another planet. He's in another world. He's going to summon Attack Gainer. There's a Tuner, level 1. This guy is thinking. He's ahead of the times. He's ahead of the curve. I don't even know what to say. This guy is like ahead of reality. This is a human we've never seen before. He's going to summon this. This is the most interesting pile of cards I've ever seen in my life. He's going to go into a Link 2. We're going to put Chaining on. Depending on what he goes into right now, I think we can... Attack Gainer, what does that do again? Select the opponent's monster, loses 1,000. So he's going to make our monster lose 1,000. Discard Synchro Summon, add a TG Spar Trap card. Okay, so far I'm along for the ride. I will lose 1,000, but Crusadia Avermax losing 1,000 is not really that big of a deal. Yeah, it selects one face-up monster, so we actually don't have a monster. Select in old Yu-Gi-Oh! Actually means target. I don't know why they don't change the text on Master Duel, but that's fine. He's going to go into a Link 3. He's going to go into Trident Launcher. This card's rough, because it'll let him summon 3. Yeah, it's going to let him summon 3, so maybe I should have banished the cards that he had on his field. But again, until he summons something that threatens our monster, it doesn't really matter. This is a deck like from an... I'm kind of mesmerized right now. Yeah, I should have banished probably... I probably should have just banished these two when they were on the board. But it's whatever. We're going to have to watch. I'm waiting for him to summon. Now he's locked into TGs, which... Yeah, use TG monsters for the rest of the turn. So at least that's good. He's locked into TGs. He's got a warrior, heroic, TG package all in this deck. As far as I remember, I don't think there's a TG card that I'm afraid of right now. I don't believe so. This guy is a lot better than the TG player we were playing against last time. I'm going to put this on. I don't think that there's a TG extra deck monster that we're actually afraid of. So I'm going to see what he's going to do. But again, I'm not really stressed about what he can summon. There's that one that's 4,000 attack. But I mean, what does that monster really do? The barrier statue would have went crazy right now because that barrier statue would have been protected by Crusadia Avermax. He's going to double normal. It would have been a barrier statue protected by Crusadia Avermax. If we draw that, that could really put things in. Does pure TG have an out to Crusadia Avermax? That's the question. He's going to go to Hyper Librarian, so he's going to draw 8 million cards. This would probably be an intelligent thing to do. So we can get rid of this. It's not a tuner. This is a regular effect. This is a tuner, and this is a tuner. So he's got at least 2 tuners. So I think that we activate this now. We get rid of the Hyper Librarian, and yes, another card. I think the TG should probably be a good one. So then we just leave him with a level 1 and a level 1. And he can make the other guy, which is... Yeah, we can get rid of those two. He's going to gain 2,000. He can make another one of these, but that's it. That's the only thing he can do. If a Synchro monster is banished, you can set this guy. And what does that card do? TG Close. When a spawn trap card monster effect is activated, negate the activation, destroy that card. So we now gave him a way to get rid of our Crusadia Avermax. Which sucks. Because, yeah, that sucks. Okay, so now these effects apply. That sucks. We just gave him a way to get rid of our Crusadia Avermax. No, we don't want to activate this. Alright, let's see what we draw here. Memories of an Adversary isn't bad. But right now that doesn't really do anything. Like I said, we get rid of this, but unfortunately I can't activate that because that just destroys my own card. Does that require him to control a TG Synchro? What does it require him to control? Well, you control TG monster. Any machine TG monster. They're all machine TG monsters because this card makes them all machines. We can... If a Synchro monster... That is crazy. Okay. Main phase 2. Just set memories of an adversary. So we have multiple ways to do stuff. So if he declares an attack, we can steal his monster. And he's going to negate that. And then we can use... Right, so now we're going to have to watch our opponent combo off for a little while. Now this guy I will say is better than the other TG player that we played. This guy's definitely a lot better than that dude. But yeah, to what degree is this TG deck better than the other TG deck? Who knows? Alright, it's going to go into TG Star Guardian. Targo and TG. I have no responses right now, so he's got plays for days. But we have some cards. We're drawing a lot of similar cards. But I think so far I think my misplay so far was that I should have banished when he had TG Striker and I sold on the field. I should have banished those two. And I think he would have ended his turn there. But now he's got a few too many resources in the loop. But honestly, I don't know if that would have made a massive difference. Because he could have just gone the TG in the next turn. And then the other one is that I banished his Synchro monster. Probably not the smartest play. This dude's been going off. I don't even know what he could possibly summon. He's been doing it. I mean, we'll say this. This guy definitely completed the dailies for Synchro summoning a monster. I think he got that done today at the very least. And this has been, you know what, today's been a fun day of dueling. It's been a bunch of interesting decks. Anime decks, just rogue decks. Like, it's been really, really fun. I wish Master Duel was actually like this more often, where we like have a chance and have some back and forth. So most of the time it's like Snake Eye or like some like outrageous deck. He had Snake Eye for like 2 seconds there. And I thought that's what we were playing against. I thought it was like the end of it. But now he's been going into... I don't know why he summoned this now. I should have summoned this like before so he could start drawing. But I guess he's going to keep drawing now. He's going to do his thing. There's plenty of draws. Like I said, he needs a way to out this thing. I don't know if he does. I don't know if his deck does have a way to out Crusadia Avermax or not. We'll find out. But right now he's been doing his thing. Alright, he's gonna link away a bunch of monsters to probably some of the big one. Oh yeah, this guy TG. Is this a new one? I'm going to draw. Discard synchro summon target 1 monster on the field. Special summon from the extra deck, banish it. Target, sorry, it doesn't work. You can use this effect up to the number of non-tuners for the synchro summon once per turn. Okay, so when he declares the attack, I'm definitely going to use Memories of an Adversary first, because I want him to use this negate. I have to. Because otherwise, if I use my Crusadia Mech Knight effect, then he can just negate it later anyway, so he has to negate this. If he doesn't negate it, then I get to steal a monster that's 4,000 attack that gets to banish multiple times in a turn. So I'm going to have to use this effect. Yep, oh, he let it go through, okay. He let it go through, so at the end of his turn, we get that card back to our hand, which is actually rather phenomenal. No, I don't want to use that card. This card has been... It actually did come up once, so I can't really complain. It's a free effect in graveyard. Bestial Magnamut's pretty good. Bestial Magnamut is solid. Let's see. Yeah, I think we summoned Bestial Magnamut. We banished something, we summoned Bestial Magnamut. Does he have any cards in graveyard that would be useful to banish? I don't want to banish anything that is too... I guess we banished Star Guardian. He doesn't have that trap card, does he? I got to double check. I think we banished Star Guardian. He does not have that trap card. So we're going to activate Bestial Magnamut. We're going to target... We can target either one of these. This or the Star Guardian. I think Star Guardian's slightly better. If this card's special summoned to target 1 TG in graveyard, I think Star Guardian is slightly better. So I'm going to banish the Star Guardian. And I'm going to summon out the Magnamut. And Magnamut's going to be able to search too, which is awesome. Summon this thing out. And now we go to battle phase. We attack over this. And then we attack over this. I don't want to, again, I don't want to activate this effect because for obvious, very obvious reasons, he can negate it and destroy our Avermax, which right now he's obviously having to some degree trouble with outing it. And then we can now search out the Bestial Magnamut. I think I'm just going to add back the Iron Dragon. I think it's just a very threatening card to deal with. So if he puts anything here, we can just pop this, the all clear, and then he can't double normal summon and have all of these amazing effects. Because this card actually is what's allowing him to play to the degree that he is. He also has the card that can target and just put this in our back row, which, I mean, if he puts it in our back row, he puts it in our back row. Like, I can't get angry, right? At the end of this turn, what in the world is going on? Thank God he summoned that there, by the way. What in the world is going on? What a duel. How many cards? How does this guy not brick? This is like insane. How does this guy not brick? I wish he summoned this here, by the way, so I could... this column, because I don't want to summon this here, because then I lose my Crusader Avermax. But how is this dude not bricking? MX Saber Invoker. What a player. I'm in shock. Now, hopefully, he summons it right here. That would be perfect. If he summoned the monster right here, that would be phenomenal. I get a 2-for-1 double pop. That'd be fantastic. And he scoops! That deck was insane. That was a really, really fun duel. And I was about to get that fourth. Every time, I never get that monster. I never ever get the monster that I banish off of Memories of it. That was a really fun duel. That was how did that guy not brick? I think that was one of the best decks we ever beat. Because he didn't brick. Alright, we've got 3 legacy tickets on a very well-deserved. This episode's been unreal. It's been so fun. This is probably one of the funnest episodes we haven't had in a while. Every deck has been, like, at least competitive. The duels have at least been... Even when we lost, we're like, okay, we lost. But these have been competitive duels. Every duel. There's not a single duel we dueled where it was like, man, this sucks. This is some meta. I can't do anything. Alright, let's see what our opponent was playing. He was playing... something, man. This thing was insane. He's got multiple hand traps. How does he not brick, dude? He's got 1 Snake Eye Poplar, which he happened to draw. 1 Speedroid Takatomborg. 1 Terratop. He's got all of the TG cards. He's got Heroic Challenger cards in here. Couple of Heroic cards. He's got all of these other cards. All of these bricks. How did this dude not brick? He drew perfectly into the entire Wanted. When I saw the Wanted engine, I just got terrible. I was like, oh, I don't want to play. But this is unreal. He could not out the Crusader Avermax. Did he actually have an out? His best out is probably Appaloosa. Just Appaloosa with 4 monsters would have been 3,200, and then, well, actually, no, that doesn't out it. I legitimately don't think he had an out to Crusadia Avermax. Like, I'm looking through all of this. Maybe you guys see it, I'm not seeing it. I don't think he actually had an out to it, because this doesn't out it. It's you know, Baron de Fleur. I mean, I guess you could declare an attack with Baron de Fleur. He's gonna, I activate the effect to match attack, and then this negates it, and then we crash. That's probably the best thing that I could think of. He had the trap card, which would have negated it, but I had Memories of an Adversary and other stuff available to me. But yeah, I don't think that he actually did have an out. With all of the incredible stuff that he had, I don't think he actually had an out to the Crusadia Avermax. And with all the bricks, he didn't brick. All right, let's open a master pack, see if we get anything. Another UR, please, fingers crossed, please be a usable one. Because this has been, oh my God. What an episode. What an episode. This is crazy. Not usable. Another Unchained card. Okay, that goes in that pile. Final Insect, some kind of Insect. We don't have enough Insector cards to use that. Fabled, Kraus, discard, target of another Fabled, special summon it. We have that already. Don't have enough Fables to use it. Vendread Revolution. It's a Vendread card, obviously. Can't really use that. Ice Jade. This card's not actually bad for like a water pile deck, which we do have a lot of decent water cards. Alright, we've got the Steam Synchron. During your opponent's main phase, we can quick effect Synchro Summon. Real quick, let's just brainstorm. Is that usable? Is that good for us in any way? I mean, I don't really, off the top of my head, I don't really see how that could be very good for us, but maybe that could be cool. And we got the Valiance World. And this card is activated. Place 1 Valiance field spell from your deck face up in your opponent's field zone. If there are 2 cards in the field zone, the turn player can target 1 monster. Not a bad card, but I think, if I remember correctly, all of the Valiance field spells are URs, and we do not have others, so we only have this one. And I don't think that that's very usable. So, out of all of these shiny cards, the only usable one I think is this one. Now, technically speaking, these 2 are usable. We don't have a water deck, but we could have a water deck one day, so maybe this is usable. And then Steam Synchron, which happens to be a water card, is not a bad card, but a little bit of a slow card, because it synchro summons during our opponent's turn. But I can't think of a thing that really, like, why is that good? Like, maybe if we, like, summon Goblinberg and our opponent max sees us, and we're like, oh, great, now we'll summon this dude, and then we'll synchro during our opponent's turn, so we don't get drawn. You know, that's the only thing I can, like, off the top of my head think of. Wailing's pretty good, but we need to pull the Link monsters for the Unchains to make them usable. Alright, let's see what we got out of these legacy tickets. Hopefully it's something good. These pulls have been, like, in terms of the URs and the SRs, we've been pulling good stuff. We have this card, it wasn't usable before. In terms of the URs and the SRs, like, we've been pulling good stuff. Like a lot of URs, SR, stuff like that. But nothing that's been too crazy. This is really, really, really slow. So that's not really... Archfiend of Gilfer. If this card is sent to the graveyard, target 1 monster, equip this card to that monster, the monster loses. That's just not really that great either. I mean, I would say maybe for our Chaos deck, but that's like so slow. It reduces a monster by attack. Who cares? Ruthless Denial. This card is like a -1 to send the random card from our opponent's hand to the graveyard. Not really that good. 3 level 4 monster. Detach 1 material. This card gains 300 attack for each material attached to a monster on the field, which I imagine would be itself. So you need 3 level 4 monsters, and all this does is just gain 300 attack for each material attached to a monster. You detach from this card, so this card essentially is just gaining 600 attack, because you just point to itself, right? You just point to itself, and it would become, what is that, 32? It's 32 rank 4 that uses 3 monsters. So we often get to a 3 monster situation, but even a 3 monster situation, I'd rather have Time Thief than this. It's just not a great card, but I mean, it's better than the other cards that we pulled. And this card I just skipped over. I was talking, I didn't even read it. I just ignored it. I know there's a good reason why I ignored it. This card's a little ass. But yeah, this card is maybe usable, but I don't know. Alright, we just lost a coin flip. Our hand is, I'd say, solid. I'd say it's playable. Playing Noble Knights, we've got there can only be one. If we had gone first, this would have been case closed if we were going first. But can't really complain. This is literally deck building, so like a lot of our cards are good going first, and there's nothing we can really do. If we go second, we go like there's nothing like a lot of these cards get us free wins going first, so I can't really be like, oh, well, you know, I didn't draw it, but like, you know, they're in there for a reason. He's playing Snake Eyes, the Engine, with Noble Knights, so we've got essentially two meta strategies, fairly meta strategies, I'd say. The Snake Eye stuff is obviously very meta, and then the Noble Knight stuff is, say, meta adjacent, maybe like Rogue. It's pretty good with it, and now he's going to use Aqua Dolphin, which does suck for us because we can lose our Inari Fire depending on what he sends. Yeah, actually we are going to lose Inari Fire because he has, yeah, he's going to lose that, and we're going to lose 500 life points. Which sucks for us because rip Inari Fire. But what is good is that Inari Fire literally floats. So it's fine because we'll get Inari Fire back. Yeah, if this card, once per turn, during this next standby phase, after this face-up card is destroyed. Oh no, face-up cards on the field is destroyed. Never mind. So it does not float. But it wouldn't have been crazy if this card actually successfully did float. That would have been insane. Now, he saw our hand, so he saw that we had there can only be one. Now, he's very low on resources here, which is, like, pretty decent, because he's got, like, you know, essentially, like, Isolde, and, like, he can't use that card, and he can send stuff to special summon, but he himself is fairly low on resources here. Isolde's crazy. It's our second duel in a row playing it. He sends 4, because he's playing Noble Knights. But, like, we're not in a bad situation, per se. We're in a terrible one. Alright, so our opponent continues to go off here. Barrier Statue hasn't been usable all day, actually. Funny enough. It has not been usable. Actually, there was that one duel we cheesed out a Blue Eyes player. But he actually just cheesed out himself. But in this duel, it would have been worthless anyway because he's playing a fire deck regardless. But I guess his starting cards weren't even really fire cards. Now, his end board here is like a Fiend, a Spellcaster, a Warrior. So there can only be one actually does pretty much nothing. If we had gone first, there can only be one would have been fairly good because it would have prevented all of this from happening. But right now, there can only be one. Essentially, does nothing anyway. This card we actually have already. It's a pretty good card. It's just a little bit complicated for us to summon in our Warrior deck. He's going to go at end phase. His board is unaffected, essentially, by there can only be one. Well, I guess this is a Warrior, so maybe to some degree it affects him a little bit. Ray does nothing right now. Ray does absolutely nothing. I mean, we can attack directly. We can attack directly. That's our best bet. We attack directly. I mean, I can't think of anything else to do. I think we just, yeah, we go to Hayate, and then Ray will attack. The Hayate will attack directly. And if anything, we just float if our monster gets destroyed. So let's attack directly. We have the opportunity to send, but we can't because we don't play any Sky Striker cards. And then we set there can only be one, Unbreakable Spirit, Power Frame, and Messenger of Peace to give our opponent something to deal with, something to think about. And hopefully he aims all of his attacks, or all of his back row removal towards this card specifically. And actually, if we had clogged our back row, I just thought about that simple spoil card that puts a monster in our back row. If we clog our back row, can it do anything? I don't know. It's a good question. So he's going to be able to do this. We're actually going to there can only be one right now and make him choose between this and this monster. So he's going to have to make a decision here. So he can basically, he has to send one of these two. If he sends this to the graveyard, then this doesn't resolve. But if he does, then now Oliver gets placed onto the Angelica. And he can target two things onto this Angelica, which is, I guess, fine. Again, we have some protection. We have a lot of, like, protection right now. He can do a quick effect, send one fire monster, banish this card. It's fine. So, and then he could summon a Roland, but Rolands are warriors, and you can't summon warriors under there. Can only be one. So right now he's not summoning anything. I wish that this was 100 less attack, because then we'd be able to do quite a bit. Yeah, if Hayate was like 100, if he was 14, we could do Hayate stall. I don't know if we have a way to make our Hayate lose 100 attack. If we did, we'd be in a very good situation. We have ways to make our Hayate gain attack but not lose attack. He's going to Raigeki, which is actually fine because we can float. So we're going to lose that, and we're going to be able to float for free into Sky Striker Ace Ray, and we're summon that out in defense. Now the problem is we only play one Hayate, so we don't have a way to get this back. So next turn we actually do have to make things happen. I should have summoned this in attack, by the way, because... Yeah, I should have summoned this in attack, because I have Power Frame, and I have Unbreakable Spirit. So why I summon that in defense, I don't even know. If he can out this Messenger of Peace, then we've got problems. But he's got to out. There can only be one before he even thinks about outing Messenger of Peace. So he's got a few different cards that he has to deal with. Yeah, so this dude is comboing super hard right now. He's got the Durandal. He's doing his thing. He can equip stuff back. There's got to be one that pops spawn trap cards, which I think he'll get to eventually. When he does, and he will be able to do something. Right, he's going to go into the Amphibious dude. Which again, I don't think this Amphibious Whale does anything right now. Yeah, this lets him destroy. If Link 3 on the field is destroy battle card effect, destroy one card. That's not bad. If this card is destroyed, you can float. But that's fine. This guy's playing like I respect that he's playing under there can only be one quite efficiently. He's gonna bring back this dude, which is definitely a warrior. That card's quite good too. And banish and equip, special summon it. But this card attacks. You can equip one face-up monster on the field to this card. Nightmare Phoenix, okay. Which Nightmare Phoenix can out. There can only be one, or the Messenger of Peace. Hopefully he targets the Messenger of Peace. But if he activate, if he targets there can only be one, he targets there can. Okay, he's going to target that. Now what sucks is that I did put my monster in defense. Like I said, I should have put it in attack mode, because now it doesn't really help. He's going to summon this out, and this card's really good. I'm going to banish it, equip to summon it. Yeah, I really blew it by summoning it. Like I don't know why I did that. Alright, so he's going to declare an attack. I'm actually going to Power Frame to negate this attack so he can't use this effect. Hopefully that's how that works, and we can negate that. Now, like I said, I'm just a moron for putting this in defense, because now we just lose the monster, but we negated that attack, but he didn't get to, like, equip our monster. Target a face-up monster on the field. Equip it to this card isn't equipped. It sucks. Like, it was just like a knee-jerk reaction to put that into defense. Photon Thrasher doesn't really do anything right now for us. And I guess we can, yeah, while you control no other monsters card. Yeah, so we can special summon this and then attack over Nightmare Phoenix. This sucks. That's fine. I actually can attack this. And he can just do plays next turn. It's such a stupid mistake not summoning a Ray. In 99% of situations, summoning Ray in attack mode was the wrong play, but this one situation just happened to be the right one. And this makes our monster exactly 4,000 attack, which is going to make a crash with this. So it's not enough to out this monster, which sucks. So we go to battle phase. I think we just attack this thing right here. But I think this duel's pretty much over here. And this can't be destroyed because of course it's co-linked. Yeah, I'm not surviving the next turn. This duel's over. There's nothing I can do here. This duel is over. It was just a stupid misplay. I put the Ray in defense. Who would have thought? All right, we just lost a coin flip yet again. Hopefully it's fine though that we lost it. He's playing Simple Spoils. It's our third one in a row of Simple Spoils. He's going to put Poplar into the back row. Some of the Snake Eye Ash. I think this is pure. This is pure. We're in a lot of trouble, but he didn't accomplish anything, so that's already good to see. We've got a ton of cards right now, so I think we just normal summon Purple Poison and start special summoning. So we're going to summon that, and our opponent has a response, which has a quick effect to send 2 cards, special summon Snake Eye Monster from your deck. Summon 1 Snake Eye Monster, so you can summon a monster card on the field treated as a continuous card, including our cards treated as continuous cards. Which is bananas. And then this is going to allow him to search and do all this extra stuff. And he's going to summon the dragon. The dragon has a quick effect, target a monster treated as a continuous spell. Hopefully he doesn't do that. Hopefully he doesn't do that, because then I'll be able to summon out my other stuff, but I guess we'll have to see if he does do that. If he puts it as a continuous spell. If you put... if you activate... that's a complicated question. I don't know. That's a complicated ruling. What if you activate this to put this into our back row and you put it into one of the pendulum scales? Is it a pendulum monster? Or is it a regular monster? Oh, that's a great question. I don't know the answer to that question. Who knows? I don't. Alright, he's going to activate to put one of our monsters as a continuous spell. Oh, it's his own monster. Wait, what did he just activate? Oh, special summon it. Okay, and then he has a... Oh, it's a slow effect. Alright, so the quick effect is to place this. Why did he do that? Alright, whatever. Now we can actually out his monster, because he gave us the opportunity to. Okay. Now the issue is, even if we out his monster, he can summon them back, but I don't think summoning back really matters. So I think we actually don't go into the Time Thief. Actually, I think we make the dude again, because he has Snake Eye over there. I think we make instead of Time Thief, I think we go into Crusadia Avermax. I think we go into that. Wow. Okay. I think legitimately, I think we make Crusadia Avermax. I think that's the better play. So now we activate, summon a monster from his graveyard. We'll summon Birch. He's already used all of these effects anyway, which is great for us. So now we go, doesn't matter who, I guess we just use Baba Barber, because that has the likelihood, the lower likelihood of being useful later on. Baba Barber. And then we go into Mr. Crusadia Avermax. This heat has been absolutely a fantastic pull. It actually has been a really great pull for us. So now we go to battle phase, and we just attack over this Flameburge Dragon. Activate, do 3,000 extra to him. Wow, yeah, that's been a really great pull for us. Now, let me just read this before I commit to anything insane. This card is normal summon. You can add a Snake Eye. That doesn't do anything. If this card is sent to the graveyard, target one fire, including itself. I think we put Crackdown right here, and we put this here, because the likelihood of our opponent activating something here is quite high, because they usually do. And I think we just pass on this. I don't think there's a point to Messenger of Peace yet. It just doesn't really help us right now. I'm going to see what our opponent does here, but I think Crackdown could actually do quite a bit for us. The Albaz. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's going to have to discard, but Albaz has to use himself as fusion material. So, I have Crackdown. Thank God I have Crackdown, because I was about to lose my Mech Knight Crusadia Avermax for nothing, which is absolutely not happening right now. I'm not losing my Crusadia Avermax that I worked so hard at a Diabellstar. Why did he feel the need to activate that right now? I for a second there I was like, did he have something? I don't know why he felt the need to do that in that moment. So we're going to be able to crack down this monster onto our side of the field. We can do all types of things with this, so that's not going to be able to resolve because he no longer has a Fallen of Albaz available. What? That's unreal. Is that for real? That is crazy. he could use it even though he didn't control it. That is completely unreal. You learn something new every day. Wow, I thought I had the counter. The dude absolutely gypped me. It's no one's fault but my own. I can't even get angry. Please in the middle? Yes, sir. Good thing we have broken line. Activate the effect, please. Yes, thank you so much. Goodbye. And it's a counter trap. You can't respond. Okay, great. Yeah, I feel gypped. I really legitimately feel gypped for that. We lost Crusadia Avermax to that nonsense. I'm in disbelief. I can't believe that I took his monster and he was still able to fuse using the monsters that weren't. That's crazy. I mean, I know that Crusadia, that Fallen of Albas can use monsters on either player's side of the field, but I didn't know that it can use the card that he originally controlled. That was crazy. Monster Reborn, that's always fun. Let's see what he gets with this. He should take my monster. He should take my Crusadia Avermax, because that I don't even know if I can out Crusadia Avermax. What a betrayal. You know what? Outs Crusadia Avermax? Messenger of Peace. Messenger of Peace outs Crusadia Avermax, but we are taking 48 right now, so that does suck. And he's still toughed out because while Link summoned, your opponent cannot target this with card effects, but when not Link summoned, he can be targeted with card effects. So right now he's not really that good, but he does have the attack gain effect. And he does have the, if this Link summon card you control is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect. Which, if I destroy this, do I get the effect? I don't think so, no. Opponent's card effect. So our opponent would have to send this to the card. Yeah, it's a little complicated, but I think we have some plays here. We have some plays. And we did lose the poor guy. That's stabbed in the back. Yeah, that was frustrating. That's not bad, but that was quite something. That was, we just activate this, I think. We activate this, we set this just in case we draw something huge, and then we just end on that. That was insane though. Like, Fallen of Albaz, I thought I had the out, and I ended up just losing my monster for no real reason. I mean, I guess I could have saved, if I knew that was going to happen, I would have saved my monster. I would have saved my crackdown for something else if I had known that was going to happen. He's going to go to battle phase like a chimp and not be able to do anything. Let's see, draw something here. Power frame, more battle traps. Yeah, we have to pay this. So we're going to resolve it. Yes, and then we just set power frame. And pass once again. Alright, it's going to start going into a Sinful Spoils package. It's going to obviously be difficult for us to deal with. We have multiple things that deal with Crusadia Mekk-Knight Avermax. But hopefully we can figure it out. Alright, so our opponent's going to go into IP in the battle phase. Okay, I guess we're taking 800 from now on. We gotta put something into play. Got to draw a monster. Otherwise, we are going to lose to IP. An IP attack, not an IP, link away, make something good. An IP attack is what we're going to lose to. He's going to be able to summon, target one face-up monster. So if we can, that sucks. Okay, so that is the out for the IP. Memory loss doesn't do anything for us. We have to continue to pay this, otherwise we lose next turn. So we have to pay that. These battle traps are starting to get on my nerves too. I play these battle traps so that I can protect the barrier statue, and then I proceed to never draw the barrier statue. And when I do draw the barrier statue, I don't see the battle traps. So we create this situation where these battle traps are just in certain games totally useless. Like right now, they don't do anything. Where is he pulling this Kashtira engine out of now? Yeah, like right now, any monster in the world would really help us. Any monster would help us, because then we can. Wouldn't even help us because he's got this stupid IP. He's gonna activate the flame dragon, flame dragon, whatever. He's gonna activate that. I could have negated that, but I mean, that doesn't really help. He's going to go to battle phase. I have to take this damage because I don't have any monsters. They've all disappeared. Sometimes we draw nothing but monsters. Sometimes we draw nothing but battle traps. Bestial Magnemite is a monster. I mean, that's something. We're going to activate Bestial Magnemite. We're going to banish something somewhere. I guess we banish the Fallen of Albaz. At the very least now we can... play a little bit. So that's good. So we're going to banish that. We're going to special summon it. Doesn't really matter where. I guess we summon it here. And then we're going to activate that effect so we can get Tiamat. Yeah, we get Tiamat out. We can't attack, obviously, because, you know, IP. You can special summon his flame monster back here, that Ash. That won't really do anything. And now we get to... What happened to our Bestial? If this card is special summon, activate... Yeah, we did activate it effect. Alright, so we already activated. We have to stress about it now. We can't attack. I mean, I can turn off my Messenger of Peace, but I think it'd be dumb to turn off my Messenger of Peace. Because... And we can technically turn it off, but I don't think that would actually benefit us. I mean, no. I think we should turn off our Messenger of Peace. Because if we turn off our Messenger of Peace, we can attack IP. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna turn off our Messenger of Peace. Yes. Oh, I didn't pay it. I clicked the wrong button. End phase. All right, never mind. Plans changed. That's funny. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna activate this effect, and I'm gonna get Tiamat. I meant to not pay it. I meant to. Yeah, okay. I was gonna attack IP, do some damage, and then next turn, use maybe Power Frame plus the other card. I guess we do that next turn then. Not this turn. He's going to activate Flam Bridge. This monster, target that. I think our opportunity would be now, so... If we do this, then we change his monster to defense. And what does that really accomplish? Probably nothing. I mean... I think it's actually fine if he does this. Because then we can just pop this row. And if we pop this row... If we can pop this row, then we can pop this Flambridge Dragon. And then we've got plenty of stuff that we can do outside of this. So I think it's actually fine if we allow the Magnemite to go into the back row. Yeah, I think it's fine. We'll just put Magnemite in the back row. Yeah, so Magnemite's back here, that's fine. But we have the Iron Dragon. Iron Dragon can pop this entire row. It can pop any of these rows, honestly. Magnemite can pop this Power Frame row that's not doing shit for us. But that row can just come back anyway. Alright, he's going to summon Formula Synchron. Be able to draw a card. That's fine. So I'll just wait for my opponent to accomplish something or not. He's got Formula Synchron. Actually, this might be game if he makes a Baron de Fleur. Which has been the end of a lot of our games, actually. This is Baron de Fleur. Okay. He's going to activate the effect of Baron de Fleur to pop Messenger of Peace. I'm going to activate Memory Loss. He's going to negate it. I'm going to activate Iron Dragon to pop the row with Baron de Fleur, hopefully. Hopefully, we'll see. Alright, so we're going to keep allowing our opponent to do it. We're holding our negates a little longer. Like I said, this guy should have won a million years ago with his weird deck, but it's like every meta deck mixed into one. He's going to go straight to the battle phase. Okay. I kind of think I have to take this damage. I mean, I can activate Iron Dragon. Yeah, I think we activate Iron Dragon for sure. And then if he negates it with Baron de Fleur, he negates it with Baron de Fleur. He's going to negate it, okay. And actually we can negate that with the Memory Loss. Yeah, that should be good. So he negates that with the Memory Loss. Alright, so now the question is, where the hell do we summon this? You could summon it in the IP column and pop this stuff. You could summon it in this column and pop this stuff. We can pop it in this column and pop both of these cards. It wouldn't be too bad to pop the Crusader Avermax because he's obviously quite good, so I'm going to do that. That's going to pop everything in this column, which this actually doesn't really do anything right now for him. And next turn we do some damage. So that gets popped, and now he's forced to attack this. Now this already negated, so if we can just get to a little more attack would be good. Alright, end phase. The end phase is fine. We can at the very least get over Baron de Fleur. This doesn't really do much. We could keep paying, but I don't think paying is really helping us right now. So our life points are getting lower and lower and lower. We can go into this dude in the extra deck. This dude who's 25 that can get over Baron de Fleur, among other things. But he can also, well, he doesn't. Right? I think we don't have to pay anymore. So we're gonna resolve this and then cost. It's the only thing keeping us alive right now. How much is our Arborea? 800. 800 is exactly this, unfortunately. But we can make a gain attack and then go into the other dude in main phase 2 and then just banish this off the board every turn. And have our opponent never see it in play. Like, if only this card was just a little more pay maintenance cost. I'd say it's probably intelligent to pay this maintenance cost. I mean, the truth is, this card's been keeping our opponent from playing, which has been really good. So I'd say, yeah, we pay the maintenance cost. I think that would probably be the smart play. Our opponent has the opportunity to use Baron de Fleur to shuffle itself back, but I guess they don't. Now again, we can get rid of the Baron de Fleur in main phase 2, which I think I will do. So right now, I'll go to battle and get over the IP Masquerade. But yeah, we go to battle phase. So we're in battle. We're going to put chaining on. I just don't know why that happened. I can, yeah, because we have to control one face-up monster. Okay, so never mind on that. Yeah, depending on what he pops, we lose the duel. So we're going to go to end phase. Depending on what he pops, he loses the duel. Like I said, we could have probably gone into the Psy-Frame Zeta, but Zeta can't attack under this, so we could have not paid this and then attacked over IP and then banished IP, but then we have other monsters to deal with. It's these battle traps are like, they're good under with a certain card, but if we don't draw that card, they're bad. So, I mean, things happen. What can you do? We've had an otherwise really good day, so I can't really get frustrated over something so stupid when the rest of the day's been so good. Our opponent's going to start comboing off. They summon Jet Synchron. Now, switching all these monsters to attack mode as if they're going to be able to attack, but they can't because Messenger of Peace is on the board. So, they're not going to be able to attack anyway. But I guess they can switch them to attack mode if they want to. They do have the Baron de Fleur, which they can pop with. And that card's pretty good. You know, into another Formula Synchron. They don't play multiple copies of Formula Synchron. We've seen some cheesy decks today. So we got a second Formula Synchron, which will allow him to possibly make another Baron de Fleur. And he's going to go to attack mode. Now this sucks because he's going to be, well, he's going to be a pop this, which is actually good because then I didn't, it's a good thing I didn't out my own monster here. Now, what does suck is that he's going to be able to possibly, attack now and play the game. We don't want that. But he's going to be able to attack with Baron de Fleur, but I do have Power Frame. So Power Frame finally, after like 15 turns, is going to come in handy now. So he's going to declare attack. We're going to activate Power Frame. And that'll make our monster 3,000, and it'll negate this attack, which is good. And we have to get rid of Baron de Fleur next turn. Baron de Fleur is a problem, so that's going to negate that attack. And the others cannot attack. I mean, he can attack, but he's going to lose. Now he's going to activate Place Diabell Star, face up in his owner, spawn trap card zone. This engine is really, really tough to deal with, and this is our third duel in a row dealing with it. We did win against one, which is cool, but See, 3 in a row is a little tough. I'm just going to activate the Kashtira card to summon a Fenrir. Okay. Well. Okay, you got me there. He's going to add a unicorn. Okay. Fair enough. I mean, what can you do? I'm going to go to end phase. And, yeah, this isn't looking very good, I'll be honest with you. This is not looking very good at all. That's not a bad card, but just not a great draw in this situation. We have Unbreakable Spirit, which will help us out the Baron de Fleur if he doesn't out it by shuffling back and summoning from the graveyard. So I guess we just go to battle. Yeah, we go to battle phase. Our best bet is to attack Baron de Fleur because it'll pop things next turn anyway. Put Chaining on. Cancel. And then wait till damage. You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me. Mirror Force. It's a good thing I didn't do it on Declaration, I guess. Alright, well, main phase 2, I guess we just... I don't even know what to do. If I set it, it does nothing. If I summon it, he banishes it on Fenrir, so... This duel is effectively over. We lost this one. That sucks. Yeah, nothing you could do. Today's been rough. Yeah, the second half of today has been not so great for us. So this is what our opponent was playing. It's just a pile of stuff. I'll tell you that. It's a bunch of random stuff. Magic Cylinder. Terror. He's got this. Why is this in here? Like, who is this summoning? It summons a Divine Beast. He doesn't have any. Why is this card in here? Oh, shoot, it's right here. He has an obelisk, 1 obelisk. I wish he drew into all of this garbage, but he didn't draw into this garbage. He drew into the Snake Eye package, which absolutely killed us. And then he's got, you know, the Bystials, the Fenrirs, all this stuff. Yeah, that was probably a winnable one at some point, but the thing that we really blew it was the Fallen of Albaz when he stole his mon. That was just dumb. Alright, we just lost a coin flip. Our opponent's playing Dinomorphia. Dinomorphia, going second against Dinomorphia is, I mean, pretty much impossible because it's a deck you never want to go second against. It's just absolutely horrible to go second against this deck. Our hand isn't like bad or anything, but just, again, we have Barrier Statue. Every duel today, we've had protection for the Barrier Statue, and we have no protection for the Barrier Statue now. So we're going to normal summon this. It'll prevent him from activating any of his cards, which that is good, because Solemn Judgment. Yeah, we lost this one. There's nothing that we can do. We have protection for the Barrier Statue all day, and then we draw it, and we don't have any. We have There Can Only Be One, which is good against Dinomorphia, but, I mean... He's going to be able to do something right now. He's going to fusion summon something. He's going to pay half. He's going to do it. We have Memory Loss and There Can Only Be One, which, again, There Can Only Be One's really good against Dinomorphia, but we're going second, so we're not going to be able to do anything with it. He's already got the monster that is quite a bit attack, and then we got Memory Loss, so he's going to be able to copy a Spell Trap. He's going to fusion summon again. None of this really matters, because in his standby phase... Oh, he's going to have the counter trap anyway, so I'm really just talking for no reason. It's like I'm having a conversation. I've never seen anybody summon this dude, by the way. This guy is the one they always send. I have never seen anybody actually summon this guy. Unique. Never in my life have I seen anybody summon the stealth monster. This thing, I've never seen anybody actually legitimately summon this. So to set a card, battle phase. Am I not able? Yeah, alright. I was about to say, am I not able? The game let me go all the way to battle phase without being able to activate this. I know I had chaining off, but like that was kind of crazy. He's going to Judgment again, which is, I think that's the end of the duel, right? He's got 8,000. Is that 8,000 exactly? It's 8,000 exactly. Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, going second against Dinomorphia is an exercise in futility. They have a million counter traps to stop you from playing, and yeah, it's impossible. Our opponent just scooped. We just got in here, and our opponent instantly scooped. I'll take it. I don't know what they were playing, but I will take it. After those couple of games that we had there, Dinomorphia especially, yeah, we got in here and our opponent scooped. Like, I don't know what they surrendered. All right, so we've got 2 legacy tickets and 5 gems. Our opponent was playing Super Heavy Samurai mixed with Zephyra, I guess. Zephyra Super Heavy Samurai. Probably would have beat us if they played it out, but I'm not going to stick around to find out. Okay, let's open up a master pack. It is not glowing. I don't know what it is. Every single time we don't win it, like, I don't know. We'll see. Sea Stall is a fantastic card, but we don't have the other cards to use with it. X-Saber, special summon X-Saber from your hand. Cannot be used for single material. I mean, if we had a level 4, maybe it would be good. Is that Force Raider? That looks like a Force Raider. Not a bad card. This is the wrong card to click on. 2 tributes for a machine monster. I don't really need that. A crawler. I don't really need that. Noble Knight Brothers. This card can only attack if you control 3 Noble Knight cards. This card is normal summon, special summon 2 Noble Knight monsters from your hand. Cannot special summon for the rest of the turn except for Noble Knights. Once per turn, target 3 Noble Knight in your graveyard, shuffle, then draw 1 card. Not really happening. Another Bujin card. We have start a main phase. If your opponent controls monsters than you do, and you control a Bujin monster, your opponent next turn cannot be activated. Okay. That's not actually that bad, and we have a lot of Bujins. I'm telling you, we have a ton of Bujins. Mech Knight, another Mech Knight. This one is 800 attack. Do I even have to say anything? Godarla! That's not bad. That's a kaiju. That's not bad. It's cool artwork and it's a kaiju. That's not actually that bad. It's a wind kaiju, level 8. They can out. I mean, the problem is right now we're not in a game where they end on like... And we already had a kaiju anyway. We had Santa Claus. But we're not in a meta right now where our opponent's ending on like a single like indestructible monster. So I don't even know if this is really worth playing. And then we can of course out it, but the problem is it's our first kaiju, so we can't even like fully use it where we can like, okay, give them a kaiju, give us a kaiju. Like we don't have all of that going on yet. So maybe not yet, but that's not a bad pull. It's probably the best pull. Also, this is a really good pull, but obviously we need so much to make this usable. We essentially need a constructed Umi deck, which not right now. And then the rest of this stuff is probably not usable. What does this do? It's a target will monster field destroy. I mean, it's like Man-Eater Bug. The other caller effects are fine too, but I mean, we don't have enough stuff. All right, let's open up some legacy tickets. We got to get something good out of these because the other packs have been rough today. Pyramid of Wonder, all zombie monsters. It's not happening. This card, 3 normal monsters with the same name. We don't own 3 monsters with the same name at all. Like any normal monsters at all with the same name. So that's not happening. Then we've got Little Fairy, which send 1 card from your hand, increases level by 1. I don't see that being too usable. And this card is... Okay, so this card is extremely specific. If we normal or special summon it, and we control no link monsters, we can special summon 1 token. How do we normal summon or special summon a level 7 light cyber? I don't know how to do it, especially with no links on the field. I don't really know how that would be usable, so that's probably not a usable card. Not any usable pulls out of any of this stuff. Alright, we just won the coin flip, and honestly, not the worst hand in the world. We've got tinfoil goldfish, and we've got an Ari Fire, and we've got Barrier Statue. So we can summon tinfoil goldfish, and then we can special summon Barrier Statue, and then we can set 2 cards and pass. I think that's the best. Yeah, when this card's normal summon, special level 4. So let's try that. We're going to normal summon this, activate the effect. If our opponent max sees us, it sucks, but, you know, it happens. Summon out the Barrier Statue, and I think we just pass here. And we just set these 2 and we pass. I can make a certain card, which is usable, right? We've got the Suship, but right now that's not doing anything for us. So I think this is fine. We have this goofy goldfish on the field, and we've got the Barrier Statue. So our deck synergies are coming together. We actually drew some protection for the Barrier Statue, which is nice. They're playing Dark Magician, something you don't want to see. But you definitely want to see it more than Snake Eye. So it's not Snake Eye, so that's good. And he's playing Dark Magic Twin Burst, which that you want to see 1000%. Because that card is just not very good at all. This card is very bad. It's one of the not good Dark Magician cards. And he's playing 60 cards. That is another thing you really want to see. So far, everything's like, this is like what you want to see. This is like, okay, we've been having, actually, the day started phenomenally, right? We had some really fun, close back and forth games. Actually, all the games today, none of them were like complete blowouts. Not a single game today was like, man, we just cannot win. We can't catch a break. We haven't had a game like that all day. So all day today, our games have been fairly fun, fairly good. I can't really complain about anything. He's going to add Rod. Do I want to negate Rod? I'm already thinking ahead. I mean, negating Rod's probably important with his 60-card deck. If he gets it to Eternal Soul, it can be annoying. But Eternal Soul doesn't do anything right now. I think we do it. Yeah, I think we do it. Yeah, I think we do it. We're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to negate the Rod, and then I'm going to Sarketsu the Rod if he attacks. Yeah, Forbidden Chalice into Sarketsu Armor should be good. And then Rod can like float back to his hand, but at least we get one Rod off the field. So during your opponent's turn, if a Spawn Trap card, if you activate a Spawn Trap card. So we'll see if he does, but he can add it back to his hand. But he has to tribute a Spellcaster to do it. So he's going to go to Battle Phase. And now we go Sakuretsu Armor. Sakuretsu, I saw you guys corrected me, it's not Sarketsu. Some of these names, like Sarketsu Armor, I've been saying that since like the card came out. I don't even know why I've been saying that. Like, there's probably some like kid in my class said Sarketsu Armor, and I just repeated him like an idiot. Lightning Vortex isn't bad. Maybe we leave that for the follow-up. We summon an Ari Fire. Okay, so this is where we could go into this and pop this, which would probably be pretty smart, because this can come, this can become a problem later. I think that is probably more important than doing a few hundred extra damage, like literally 100 extra damage. I think this is more important than doing 100 extra damage, because popping this card is probably better for us. So we're going to attack, and we're going to pop the Suship, not the Suship, we're popping his Magical Circle, which can banish every turn. And we're going to attack with this, and I think I'm actually just going to set this as a bluff. Maybe our opponent will think not to attack. I'm going to set it as a bluff. Hopefully it works out. I'm going to set that as a bluff. Now the problem is that he's got access to Magician's Rod if he left the Ritual in hand. Yeah, he did leave the Ritual in hand. So we might have access to it again. And he can probably out the Barrier Statue now, which sucks for sure, but what can you do? He's going to add Circle again, which I can technically pop again, but I don't know if I'll be able to get to that situation, because if he gets to the Barrier Statue, we're pretty much, yeah, if he gets the Barrier Statue off the field, we're pretty much cooked. So that's gone now, and now he can summon Dark Magician. So if he has, like, the Magician's Soul, for example, he can summon Dark Magician and banish our cards, and things are looking like they are going downhill quick. He's going to send that to special summon from the deck. He actually had that in hand. He's going to summon Magician of Chaos. This counts as Dark Magician on the field? Of course it does. So he's going to be able to banish a card on our side of the field. He's going to banish Suship, and effectively this duel is, yep, and he's going to destroy our card. Remember what I always say, bad players never brick. They never brick. No matter how many bricks they play, he's playing a 60-card Dark Magician pile full of absolute nonsense cards. Bad players never brick. He got to exactly what he needed. Look at this. It's like every last card is perfectly usable. He's going to summon this. Everything's going to be usable. He cleared our board. He's going to go to end phase. He should have just done that beforehand, but I mean, it's whatever. I don't think there's anything we can draw that's not doing anything right now. Yeah, it's not doing anything right now, so I guess we just pass and hope he does the classic noob set before the end phase stuff. And actually, I don't think there's anything that we can really do here. I don't think there's anything that we can do. I mean, unless he link summons or fusion summons and then puts other cards in the column, I don't think there's anything we can do. Now he's going to get to Magician's Rod all over again. He's going to add Soul Servant, which is one of the other really good cards in the deck. So he's going to be able to activate that. He's going to be able to draw, plus he's going to be able to place on top of his deck. He's going to put Magician's Souls. It's already at 44. 25 plus 44 is 69. It's not quite game yet. So there's a chance. We do have a chance that we win here because that's only 6,900. He's going to send Dark Magician Girl. He's going to summon probably, again, Dark Magician Girl. Doesn't matter how many bricks they play. Bad players never brick. Or I shouldn't say bad players. Anime players never brick. They have too much fun to brick. He's going to get to 69. He doesn't have Eternal Soul in circulation, which typically they have Eternal Soul in circulation. But he does not have Eternal Soul in circulation. And he also played around the columns perfectly of Iron Dragon Tiamattan. Why he played around the columns perfectly, no one will know. No one knows. Why did he play perfectly around the columns? It's like he's psychic. Yeah, there's nothing I can do. Even if I summon this, it needs 3 columns, right? 3 cards in a column. There won't be any cards with 3 cards in a column. There's nothing I can do. Yeah, even if I summon this, it does nothing anyway. So I might as well just wrap it up. That sucks. How do you play 60 cards and still not brick? And play bad cards? I mean, look at this deck. This deck is brick central. He's got every card a Dark Magician player would theoretically say not right. If you go to like the good Dark Magician players, this is everything they tell you not to do. It's like he's playing a 10 card extra deck. He didn't even fill it up all the way. He's playing 1 copy of the fusion spell in a 60 card deck. 2 unsearchable Eye of Tiamat. Grass looks greener. Why not, right? Why not? Throw it in there. Why not? 1 super poly, unsearchable. Why not? If I draw it, I draw it. The true name. We just duel the Pharaoh. All right, we just won this coin flip. Our hand is, it's doable. It's something, right? So we're gonna normal summon this. We're gonna set these guys, and we're just gonna pass. We have 1 interruption essentially, and then some battle protection. We'll see what our opponent's playing. Depending on what they're playing, this could be the end. But I guess we'll have to see. We have 1 interruption and 2 battle traps. So, Lightning Storm. Fun stuff. We're definitely going to activate Threatening Roar. We're definitely going to activate the Forbidden Chalice because, well, why not? Our monster doesn't have a relevant effect anyway, so why not make it slightly more attack? And, yeah, we just lose everything else. We'll see what our opponent's playing with their Ash Blossom sleeves. It's a wrap. It's over. It's over. We're gonna head out. That's our cue. All right, we just lost a coin flip, but our opponent actually made us go first. We have honestly not a bad hand to play into the time. We can go into Time Thief, but I actually think that Barrier Statue is probably better. But they're gonna max C us here, which will double confirm that the Barrier Statue is indeed the better play. Now, I have to make sure that if we do this, I think we can get the Barrier Statue, right? Because we can get to a water, and then... Yeah, I think we can get to the Barrier Statue. Yeah, this is going to banish this and then get to the Barrier Statue, because this is... The only thing this shares is the fact that it's level 4. So we're going to banish that. We're going to get to the Barrier Statue. And I think we just normal summon the Barrier Statue and just pass on this, because I was about to go into the whole Time Thief line, but I think this is actually just better. So we just set these 2 and pass. And you hope that they're not playing a fire deck, because we've been playing fire decks all day long. Alright, they're going to set 1, which is a good sign. Set 2, which is actually a bad sign now. It's a good sign to set 1, but it's not a good sign to set 3. We're going to draw for turn. We have Broken Line, which is actually pretty good for as far as going second traps. I'm going to summon Lila and just go to battle if I can. Yeah, let's see if we can go to battle, see what they're playing. Attack over both of his monsters, or not. We're going to attack him directly. I will set Broken Line right here so that I can negate whatever card this is if he ever decides to activate it. Which again, this is why Broken Line's so good. You can place it into a column and then have a guaranteed negate. So if at any point this becomes relevant, we just essentially, it's like a 1-for-1 trade. I'm going to set another card. Hopefully this is it. I'm going to set a monster. If I had to guess, that's an Ash Blossom. It usually is an Ash Blossom. Nahata. I don't really see a point in summoning that right now. I mean, I guess we can summon it, do 400 extra damage. Why not? Let's do 400 extra damage. It's better than not doing 400 extra damage. Yeah, we go to battle phase. Attack with the familiar possessed. Like I said, probably Ash Blossom. Might be Maxi. I don't know what it is, but he's got the Ledger Book. Okay. That is an interesting card for it to be. I guess I'm going to attack with the Barrier Statue. It's a Maxi. Okay, so we got rid of that, and then we attack directly. So we got 2 Maxis. For a second there, I was like, is this a Masochist? But as soon as I saw that Maxi, I mean, there's no way the dude pulled 2 Maxis. I mean, it's possible, but it's unlikely, but it's possible. But Ledger Book is typically a card you see outside of Masochist. You don't see anybody play that card because that's just not a very common card to see played. Honestly, it's just not. So now we go. Ray's pretty good. Ray is pretty good. Let's see. Summon the Ray. Ray is not enough to beat him, but Ray's a pretty good card to draw. The bad reaction to Samochi. We do have 1 negate, so if this is... Okay, so we have a negate for this. XYZ monster, we are going to negate this. That's why we set it. This is fine. This is exactly why we set this. So honestly, our barrier statue actually wasn't doing anything the entire time. I thought it was, but it's actually doing absolutely nothing. Now we go to battle phase, and hopefully they don't have anything that beats us here. Yeah, our barrier statue legitimately was doing absolutely nothing anyway for us. This is going to burn us for some amount, and this is going to... So we're going to burn for 5,000, but I think we have enough to beat them anyway. So even if we get burned for 5,000, we have 51 on board, 5150 on board. What does this do? Each player... If each player has an extra deck, declare 1 extra deck monster. Fusion, Synchro, XYZ, both players reveal from their extra deck, and the player who has more of the type. Okay, so what do I have more of? I have a bunch of links. I have a ton of links, so the player who has more of that gains, I guess. Oh, I don't want him to gain, so... Alright, end. I don't know. He has 3 cards in his extra deck, so I don't know why it's like leave me alone. Alright, so regardless of what happens, he burned himself, and he burned me, and now we get to attack directly, and hopefully this is game. Alright, that's game. Okay, thank you. We finally got a win. We can end the episode. That was tragic. Alright, let's go open some packs. We definitely want to open some packs. Alright, so we got 1 legacy ticket. Okay, this is our last pack of the episode. It has been a really, actually, in terms of dueling, probably one of the better episodes we've ever had. In terms of pulls, probably not so great. 2 level 3s, I don't think this is usable for us. Morphtronic card. Ancient Rules lets us summon a level 5 or a normal monster. I don't think we even have that many. Rising Sun Slash is a Utopia card. Can't use that. Cyber Dark, can't use that. Can't use that. UA card, can't use that. And Lunalight Tiger is a great card, but I don't have enough Lunalights. It's probably one of the best Lunalight cards. It probably is the best Lunalight card of all time, but I don't have enough Lunalights to make it usable yet. Okay, let's open this 1 singular legacy ticket. This 1 legacy ticket could really make up for a lot of different stuff. This is target a spell. Return that card to the hand. This card's not that great. And then this is XYZ Gift. If you control 2 or more fates of XYZ statue materials, draw 2 cards. Overall, decent card. We very rarely go into double Exceed monsters. This is what you call a win more card, and if we aren't able to summon those 2, it's a brick. So I don't think that's going to be usable. But that is the end of the episode. If you enjoyed it, let me know, and have a great day. La, 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 la.